Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Veers and Snowtrooper. That's where you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another RSG live stream. It is Wednesday night. It is time to party. Glad to have you guys here. Welcome to the show. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999. Children, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, skewers in the channel, unite as we continue to bring you the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Glad to have you here on this hump day. We've had a wonderful day of me suffering through mod depression earlier in the lunch stream, and then I got my Padme to 12 stars with Grievous. He went in there like a boss, and I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed that feeling so much. It's just going in there one-shotting and just wrecking that ass. It felt so good. After all the hours, tens of hours of me suffering, I was finally able to take an event from CG and just shove it, just killed him. But I digress. That's just me. That's the kind of day I'm having. But joining me on here, we have the lovely crew with us. And by lovely, I mean not Finn. The lovely Tits McVenom is with us tonight. Hello, Tits.
Hi, guys.
You're looking very high school teacheress today.
Yeah, I noticed you two put your glasses on before the stream. Were you picking on me there?
No,
Ranger?
Finn put on his glasses, so I put on my glasses. You're already going to kill me anyway, so what do I care? I mean, I'm already dead, so I'm going to enjoy myself. You'll just have to deal with it until. Also join us, looking like old man Fogey over there, is Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, the Troll Extraordinaire.
Oh, you young whippersnappers need to get off my lawn.
Oh my god. Finn, please take those off. That is awful.
These glasses let me see that young McVenom much better.
He does look older with those glasses on.
I don't mind them.
All right.
I like them.
Okay. I'm
like
just saying, whatever makes you happy.
It makes me look the age I feel.
Yes, you old bastard. Welcome to the show. Do me a favor. Let's get into the mechanisms real quick of what we do here and what's going on. If you're new to the show, you can see some stuff going on there in the middle of the stream. You can see Vader's Cup of Plenty, where we accept donations of all kinds, whether from Twitch or on YouTube. You can super chat, put whatever you'd like on the super chat, and fun stuff falls from the air like porgs, baby rangers. $20 and 1 cent more, you get the yodeling pickle. The pickles are there. But anything that happens will pop on there. Ouchie loves the pickle. That's right, Ouchie. Pickles out, skewers. So if you would like to put out, yeah, everybody put a pickle in chat for Ouchie. Let's get her a pickle. Let's get the pickle going. All right, Finn, put away your pickle. Quit playing with your pickle, Finn. I don't want to see your pickle. Get the pickle off the screen, Finn. No, Finn. Stop it. This is a family show. Above me, scrolling, you can see our Patreons. I made that up. Up top there, you can see scrolling above me is the Patreon list. Those are all our Patreon sponsors. Very much appreciate to all those folks there. So we're going to make sure they get a shout out. You can see below me over there, you can see I've still got showing that you don't know me thing from from last week. The great artwork from.
Oh my gosh, I love it so
yes,
much.
yes. So I left it up there before we get to our stuff.
Silverbolt was very nice and gave me the files and stuff, so I have the.
Yeah, we're gonna do something with that.
In order to make
I figured we needed to have
start our
that.
next
Yeah,
campaign.
we needed to do that. So I haven't got there. So yes, go ahead and put the pickles in the chat. Oh, GSP just donated $1.99. Says let's get to over 9,000 donations. Oh my God, I just take a.
What?
That would be pretty nice.
Yeah, if we ever did kind of donations, I would pee myself. Let me drink some more bourbon. But if you'd like to donate to the $9,000, if someone ever gave us $9,000, I would literally stroke. I mean, I would have like.
Hey, we did raise $16,000 for the American Cancer.
I know,
Society.
but that's for cancer. Nobody likes us that much, Finn.
I'd rather get it for Cancer Society.
I'd rather get it for hookers and blow.
No, it's fine.
If I want to run a half marathon, Damon, they're gonna get my blood, sweat, and tears. Then I get some of that for hookers and blow. So glad to have you there. Make sure you stop what you're doing right now. Give us a thumbs up on the video. That's very, very important. We got 91 people watching us right now. If we got 29 thumbs up, let's see if we can get to, what do you think, 50? Let's start with 50 and see if we can get it higher than that. Let's, as we go along, we'll do a check on the thumbs up. So please give us a thumbs up. It helps with monetization to get our algorithm out there in the YouTube world. Subscribe if you haven't. We're doing all kinds of great stuff. Like we're doing the Wednesday night stream tonight. Then tomorrow we got the lunch stream, Finn. Then after that, I'm doing a full modding session with our boy BCM. I'm going to remod his account live on the air. Then I'll be on with Miss Pass here tomorrow night. Then Friday, I'm going to be we'll do the lunch stream.
Well, tomorrow we have something special.
Well, you can talk about that. But Friday, I'm going to be doing the lunch stream again. Then I'm going to play the new Naruto game with Naruto. With the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze himself, and then tomorrow and then Friday night we'll do Battlefront. So all kinds of crazy good stuff going on at RSG. You need to be subscribed so you get that bell notification so you know what's happening. Get that wholesome RSG goodness into your life. So all right, so I think that's all the mechanisms. Subscribe, all this stuff, everything.
Can you play the video you just downloaded? Because then we can talk about the other thing happening tomorrow.
You want to play the video now?
Yeah, let's play now because it goes into what we're going to do tomorrow.
All right, mute yourselves.
Veers and Snowtrooper, that's where you get your crit chance and your crit damage. So they're like this cute little couple, this Hoth couple.
All right, there you go, the Hoth couple. Finn, I have played the video.
If you guys haven't seen that, that's an old an old trailer that we made. It was our first RSG movie trailer. So I hope you guys, I don't know how many of you remember that, but we've had a lot of new viewers, so we wanted to play that again for you guys. So that is our first movie trailer. Now, tomorrow we're going to do something new. We haven't used this feature before, but we know it's in YouTube. It is the premiere feature. It lets us take a video live, but it also has like a live chat and everything associated with it. And tomorrow will be our second RSG trailer ever. So we are going to have a trailer for a new movie tomorrow. So tomorrow, 8 p.m., make sure you guys are hanging around here. We're going to do another premiere of a new trailer. So hope you guys will have some fun with that, and we'll hang out sometime before the premiere. We'll tag you guys with the SWGOH notification in the RSG Discord. So if you guys aren't there, make sure you head onto the Discord and we'll tag you there.
All right. So there's that. So now we need to get our shout out word of the day, Finn. We always do this so we can get the shout out for all the great skewers out there in TV land, so we can shout out their names and let them know that we're watching them as they watch us, watch them watch us thing. Sort of. Okay, what's the shout out word of the day?
So the shout out word of the day has to do with the title, and I don't want you guys keeping on guessing because some of the guesses are really bad. So the shout out word of the day is cheat. CHEA.
Oh my gosh, Finn, really?
Yep.
Ranger, you put him up to this, didn't you?
I didn't say a word. Wait, why did you think it meant to me? You know his devious little mind.
I know that Finn is bad, but I feel like you are.
No, this one's actually all me.
See, so you want to apologize now, Miss McVenom?
So we don't want to say it anymore.
I stand by what I said.
He just admitted that it was all him.
It was.
Well, this time.
Oh, okay. So we blame Finn for everything, but it's really my fault.
No, I'm just saying. I think you're a lot sneakier.
I'm
You're
not
like the older
sneaky.
sister that puts the younger sister up to doing something
Please.
bad for her.
When
That's
did-
right. It's always them young whippersnappers,
Yeah.
always causing a ruckus in the chat.
Oh my God. He's a man. Last time I checked, Tits, he PP standing up. He's take responsibility for his own shit.
I used to, but now it's way too much.
Well, I mean, there's these things called Ranger Root Diaperoos. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, I use them all the time. I have one right now.
That's a lot of dung. All right. So if you would like your name shouted out, please put the word cheat into there. It's the topic of the day. That's what we do here. We talk about it, guys. So if you like your name shout out, put that word in there. Make sure you spell it
By the way,
correctly.
how many of you guys know who the cheat is? Because whoever knows who the cheat is, you guys are awesome. So I'm just saying.
Not cheetah.
No. The cheat.
The
Not just
cheat.
any cheat. The cheat.
The cheat.
You know who the cheat is? Then all I gotta say to you is yeah, they're all typing it in there. Homestar Runner. So awesome. The system is down. The system is down. I don't know how many people get that reference.
All right.
Somebody put Game Shark. Man, I remember Game Sharks.
All right. So go ahead and get those. Finn's going to get those scooped up, and then we'll read that out. Do we have a Twitter question of the day, Finn?
Yeah, we actually do.
Okay.
So we have two kind of major topics that we're going to be discussing today. One is related to that. The other one is actually related to the other major topic, which is Padme, that is going on right now. So
I got my 7-star tier 12 Padme today, Finn.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to struggle, so I figure I'll save that for a stream.
What? No.
I'm proud of you, though, Ranger. Good. I'm glad you got it. I'm proud of you.
Aren't you proud of me, Miss? And I didn't. Not only did I get it, I raffle stomped. I went in there like
That's
a boss.
awesome. It didn't take you for a long time.
No, this is the first event that I've ever been able to go in there. Gear 13 Grievous is the man. That dude
See, I don't
is
have
straight.
those kind of gears right now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
think
lot
it'll be
of
okay.
compositions that have been working well. So
Yeah,
I
I've
may
been surprised by what people have been reporting on.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here. So the question of the stream is answer the following question, and the best answers will be read at the end of tonight's stream. And the question is, in Padme's event, what character did you find the most surprising, whether good or bad?
Ooh.
So there's
That's a
been a
good
lot
question.
of different team comps and stuff that have been popping up, and we'll give you our answer as we're talking, and then we'll read your guys at the end of the stream.
Yeah, straight up for me, it's, I already said Colonel Grievous. He was angry. He was so angry, Finn.
So he doesn't surprise me. To me, the one that was surprising is Geobrood Alpha.
I used him too.
Because I thought Hive Mind would just not work against Padme.
We
because
were
of
wrong. We were wrong.
Yeah, they burst through that protection, and potentially people are saying that there may be a bug where it's dispelling the unique protection. There is a bug where they're still getting the unique protection after Padme's dead. I mean,
don't know.
it's really weird, but Geo's work. I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, I was too.
So,
Based off the mechanic and having faced Padme and GeoTB at this kind of the same level when she's on the team with Geos and just being in an endless loop of I'm not going to kill them, they're not going to kill me. I was after 15 minutes of fighting that, I was like, this is not going to work. So I just let my Geos die. I was like, I couldn't take it anymore because I'd go and hit them and it was like, and then go back up. and then go back up. It was like a typewriter over and over again. I get sick of it. So, but yeah, we were surprisingly wrong about the Geos. They're pretty badass. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone has to say. I'm very interested in seeing what everyone's puts for that. You said there was another question, Finn, or is that the one we're going with today?
No, that's the question of the day. I was saying that's the other major topic.
Major topic. Okay, gotcha. Okay, good. So, all right, we are getting the shout-outs going. Do we want to have the love? We don't have Grande here tonight, Miss McVenom. Would you do the honor of making all the men swoon in chat by reading the Patreon shout-outs?
Yes, hold on. My brother's calling me. I gotta wait till he goes away, and then I can pull it up on Discord.
Family's difficult, isn't it?
You're not. I see what you're doing. You're not sending him to voicemail, so he doesn't know that he's being sent to voicemail, aren't you?
Well, my brother.
Me brother.
Brother.
Ooh, do that.
Baby brother.
Me brother.
All right.
Look at that sneaky McVenom.
Ray Rock, which guildmate? All right. Is it in Finn stuff?
Yeah, the list of our patrons are all in there.
Okay.
Oh my god, everyone's going crazy at the fact that McVenom's gonna say their name. So we're gonna do
I don't know why. I am not.
Because you're hot. You got them hot for teacher. Those damn glasses. What did you think was going to happen? You know what was going to happen when you wore those glasses. Get out of here, McVenom.
I like you should see what I have built as a display for my glasses. I think I showed you, Finn. I'm going to text both of you guys that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think you actually sent it to me. You were getting all the stuff for it, but I don't know if you actually sent it. I have to double check.
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Here we go.
Patreon shout outs. So we have Alix12, Bimasu, CBO97, Chaos, Chopper BZ, Clone Troop, Commander Skywalker, Contingent, Corinth, Dangerfield, Danku, Whiscan. Is that a new one?
Newer one, yeah.
Yeah. Darth Teflon, Darth Bob, Darth Vader Mate, Deadpool Kyle, Dr. Feelgood, Drew Man, Hogzilla, Hennessy? Is that Hennessy? Like the liquor Hennessy?
Yeah.
That's the way it's pronounced, yeah.
From our good friends at the ANZG, yep.
It Poops Bombs, Jack Canna, Jon Snow Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
Kalessin, Kashmir, Mast Ryan, Matthew M. Thomas, Maz Kanata, Moss Mike, ND Fox, Old Ben Kenobi, Algie Dumpling, Ray Rock, Riverboy, Rose Taco, Revenator, Sanely Red, Shadow Veil, Sith Lord / Van Rhodes, Spaceman Tim, Spider, Strum, Suicide Squad, Teals, Telewack, Tenebrous, Thane Kyrell, The Tour, Walter Arnold, Whiny Skywalker, and Zarathustra.
There you go. So those are all our patron shout-outs. Oh, Lord, we got Urz in the hizzy. Look out. Urz, the heartthrob from the Outer Rim, graces us with his presence. He probably had too many Corellians and Glitter Stick. He's probably got a couple of Twi'leks and Togrutas hanging out with him right now. He's like, hey, I'm here. What's RGS? What is this channel?
Urz is always causing problems. Right next door with that big old.
I'll tell you what, that Urzatron.
Spread around them Twi'leks and then some weird Togruta. Don't know what the hell's going on, and they're partying at all hours of the night. No, that Urz is a troublemaker.
Goddamn Urzatron! If I had my way, we'd get rid of that.
Oh yeah, I need something to wave at him.
Are you waving your pickle at Urz?
That's right.
Oh, you're nasty.
Nothing else.
What did I say about playing with your pickle? Put the pickle away, Finn. Put the pickle down. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Oh, he's got a donation from Bimatsu. $2 says, glasses are pretty, but don't forget the hair. That's right. We do have the lovely hair. Show it off. Work it. Show me love. Let me see. Yes. It glistens. It shines.
Recently there, Bimatsu. Thank you for noticing.
Oh, Lord, Al, she's going cray-cray. Her other lover, Urz, is in the channel. Lord in heaven.
Wait, do you have highlights in your hair? I'm seeing I'm seeing like some highlights.
I think it's just the lights. Yeah, it's just the lights.
It's just eggplant purple in there.
Yeah.
Like usual.
I don't know. It looks nice. There's a few like highlight. It looks like some of them are like slightly different colors. So
All
you get,
right,
like,
everybody, put
nice
your
little highlights.
whip your pickles
I
out.
almost got like a really bright magenta pink right here, but yeah, you didn't want to wait that long.
There you go, pickles out for Urs. There, you'll never see my pickle again. Can't stand
Thank
that.
you, Vimasu, by the way.
Yes, thank you for the donation. All right, so now Urs is seeing mine and Finn's pickle. So I don't just do that for anyone, Urs. Be honored by the showing of the pickle. All right, now we got a regular shout out. So you got those ready to go, Dr. Finn?
I do. Miss McVenom, are you ready for me to paste it into the chat there?
Oh,
my goodness, yeah.
Chat's
Okay,
all
here we
excited.
go,
They're
here we
getting
go,
crazy.
And boom.
Deadpool Kyle. Woo!
What happened?
Nasty in chat. Being naughty.
Oh lordy! And the Dr. Feelgood just donated $4.99. It said future bail money. Well, we're going to need that. I think that's mainly. I think that's for, yeah. I think after you kill us, you're going to go to jail and you'll need some bail money. So I don't know what he meant by that. I'm just taking a guess.
Okay.
All right.
Are you
Anytime.
ready?
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
here we go.
Angie Bree. I'm not seeing the numbers on the end. We've got a long list here.
It's just
Angie
2,000.
Bree.
It's not even a complicated number.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them though.
God, dude, saying 2,000 so tiresome.
Wow.
I was gonna
You were
say.
interested? Would you like to
You
do
ended
this?
up picking. You
I'm
ended up
so
picking the worst.
tired. The numbers wore me out.
You're like me and Disney.
Let's not relive that.
I
Oh
don't want to
Lord.
read it. I just ran a half marathon. I'm tired.
I don't want to go drinking and Disney for free. Oh, it's so hard.
Take your frustration.
Oh Lordy.
Angie Bree, Aparingo, Apropos Wooin. I think it's win, but we'll agree to disagree. Atomic Fish, Bad Rongo, B Masu, Bones Jones 159, Barius Aegion,
You missed Bradzo.
Bradzo Spaga, CBO 97, Chewy, Clone Troop Contingent 33, Crispy Biscuits, Deadpool Kyle, Denny Crane, Devil's Treasure, Dexatronic, Darth Coco, Dr. Feelgood, Don't Check the... Which is a brilliant name, by the way.
Don't check the pudding.
Don't check the pudding.
Those are wise words of wisdom.
Don't check the
Yeah,
pudding.
I mean, that should be
Thank
that
you,
should be
Kane.
cross-stitched on a pillow there.
You guys are starting up full trains here.
Oh God.
Drayton, DSP, Durgan, Eggers, Fatality V2, Foolish Force, Force Master, Game with Smith, Grim, Ham and Cheese, Hellenix, Hermit Fulgrim, Jay Huffman, Jason Krulik, Jai Jack Canna, JVU 420, Kalesin, Kashmir, Kobe One, Mayong, Maz Kanata, Minato Namikaze,
You know who that
Nathaniel Morgan, Nev, Ouchie Dumpling, Paco Serta, Fat Tony, Plasma Pete, Plasma 1972, Problematic, aka Cool J, Ray Rock, Revenator, Ronin, Roast Taco, Skywalker Vader, Slash Van Road, Spider, Stalbot, Takedown Games, Torin Jax, Vito Onto, What Else, 73, Wolf Fell, Utah, and Dada Jordan.
All right, that is the shout out done by the
I feel
love.
like Grande would give me like a C on those.
Grande can't give any grades because he doesn't even know what a
Then he
C.
would look at your glasses.
No, he couldn't give a grade because he doesn't know what a C is. So I mean, thus negating the possibility.
That's the letter that sounds like buh.
He's like, so this is a letter C, and what comes after C, Grande would be like 4. No,
Hicken.
Grande, this is not the Roman numerals.
What comes after C is Hicken.
Oh Lord. Oh no! Look out, folks, ladies and gentlemen. We have a pickle explosion about to happen. Maz Kanata just donated $21, and we got the pickles out. $21 for the pickles out. Put your pickles out for Maz Kanata. And Ouchie Jumping just had a stroke. Holy crap.
There we go. More pickles.
Are they fallen yet? Did they already fall?
Oh, yeah. They've fallen. They haven't displaced anything, though. They just kind of moved around
they
the
didn't
port.
do a big boom. I was waiting for a bada boom.
No big boom.
All right.
Thank you, Maz.
So thank you, the lovely Maz
You can
Kanata.
hide the image for now, Ranger.
I did. Yeah, I just noticed that. I was like, okay, let's hide the Venom, the Miss McVenom photo. We've seen it enough, so we all know that our demise is well in hand from the ninja arts of said McVenom. So, get some more bourbon. Let's talk about our first topic of the day, and that is, well, there's only really one topic.
No, there's two.
Well, you want to talk about Padme first, or you want to talk about the big? Let's go with the big news. What do you want to do? Well, I'll let you pick, Finn.
I think we can talk about the biggest news, which is let's just go straight there.
Finn's
So
having an
everything that happened with
internet
Bulldog
baby. Yeah. No, I thought it was Finn's having an internet baby. All right, so Hi Hollow Table here is this from our good friend of the show, CG, the Salacious B. Crumb, says, we've seen a lot of conversation today in response to some videos that were posted in the last day highlighting the way to cheat in the game. These videos are a violation of the user agreement, which everyone agrees to by playing the game, and we'd like to remind the community that cheating in violation of the user agreement can result in suspension or permanent ban. As we've discussed before, and especially heading to Grand Arena Championships, providing a fair and fun environment for competitive play is fundamental to ensuring players can experience and enjoy the game. We announced a series of efforts to root out cheaters prior to the launch of Grand Arena Championship, increased surveillance of leaderboard and battle data, a zero tolerance policy for those identified as cheaters, a new suite of data points and detection tools, additional team members' hours located to the detection and eradication efforts. Since the launch of Grand Arena Championships, we've received many reports of cheating from players. While it's our policy to not share details related to actions taken against specific cheaters, these efforts and your reports have led to a 30% increase in the volume of cheaters detected and ultimately banned. At the same time, we've also tightened our policy around cheating, so while non-cheating language abuse, harassment cases are dealt with on a case-by-case basis, all confirmed cheaters are perma-banned. We aren't the first online game to deal with cheating, and we've been working with our partners inside and outside the studio to determine how we can do more to address the issue. While we can't share details as we don't want to broadcast our plan to cheaters and exploiters, we are tackling this problem from all sides. We will continue to work diligently to detect, prevent, and eliminate cheaters as a top priority, but this is an ongoing game of cat and mouse, and we need your help to identify cheaters and exploits in the wild. Ways to report a cheater. You can report a player directly from the game if you suspect a cheater while playing on the forums. And then it tells you how to report players on the forums. It's listed there. I'm not going to go through this whole spiel, but you can kind of see how it goes. So you can report, it tells you how to do it and stuff like that. So this has kind of raised bit of a controversy in there, Finn.
Yeah. So let's talk about what instigated this really quick. Like, we're not going to go into the details of what they posted, but simplified. Bulldog posted a video about a mod that was used to cheat, and that got his video pulled. And subsequently, McMole also basically made a report on Bulldog's video, which then his video got pulled, and both of them got banned. And so, being that they're both kind of names in the community, people kind of got word of this, and that's kind of what started this, and then subsequently this CG post. So, brief summary of all of that.
Okay.
So, if you guys are VIPs, we talked a lot about this in the pre-stream that you guys have access to as VIPs. So, you guys can always go there and get full-blown commentary and stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys are so interested. But yeah, so we'll give you a little bit here in terms of our general thoughts and all of that. Let me start out with the post first, more so than anything else. So we've known that cheating has been an issue for a while, right? We mentioned it before. We know that there was APK hacking back in tournaments. They basically reported it. There's really no easy way for them to solve it. They have to try and implement what they can, and hopefully that they do resolve it. And basically all the video did was point out that it is not resolved. right? That's pretty much where we are, that cheating can still go on in this game with outside resources. So it's unfortunate that that's where we are, but I think most of us have been skeptical about the cheating potential in here. I think one of the weird, so I'm okay with most of this post in terms of the conversation and trying to get the information out about the user agreement, right? We all signed that user agreement when we start the game. And so we all should, I know not everyone always reads the terms of service and stuff, but that document is there, you agree to it. And so that is kind of what the rules are. And so they've kind of just they've reiterated this. I think where this post goes awry is the paragraph where they talk about the 30%.
Yes.
That paragraph seems like they're in some way trying to pat themselves on the back for catching cheaters that they should have caught from the beginning anyways, right? And a number like 30% without any references is completely useless. So here's what I mean by that. I'll just give you guys an example, and it's similar to the example I gave during the VIP pre-stream. If CG had software that was used to detect any kind of APK hacking, and in every 100,000 people, if they investigated 100,000 people and they only caught 10 people, and then they told everybody to report any kind of cheaters, and all of a sudden the player base reports 200 people that are cheating, and of those 200 people, 3 people got caught cheating, right? So they got 10 from their software, they got 3 from the cheaters, then they have a 30% increase in the volume. The number of 30% is meaningless without context. So because you can get 30% however the hell you want, it doesn't explain what actually led to the 30%, especially if what they're saying is that players reporting it is what caused the 30% increase, because that means that they were missing all of that with their own efforts, right? So there's something else here that actually belies this whole comment, which is that CG is not doing enough to figure out cheating. Because if everything they have to do is a case-by-case basis, that means something is broken and very easily exploitable. They need to fix this immediately. And it's been something that players have been calling out for, years now, because it's like a 3-year-old game. So that paragraph, I think, actually hurt them more than anything, because it really makes it seem like they aren't able to do it themselves, so they need players to report it, which speaks very poorly about their own surveillance issues. And so I think that's where this post goes awry. I'm fine with them asking players to report. I'm fine with them showing the ways and all that. I think that one paragraph where they almost seem like they were trying to pat themselves on the back comes back to haunt them a little bit, because really it's the players that are reporting these cheaters because their own mechanics aren't functional enough for it. And so I wish
it's a 30% of what?
Get them to do more.
Increasing the volume of cheaters detected and ultimately banned compared to what? I mean, it's
30% probably. I don't know if it's over the last month, over the last year, since they
have people. I don't really know.
Championship, whatever the context is, right? That's the other thing. We have no context. We don't know what 30% is. 10 to 13 is a 30% increase, right? So if it's only catching 3 more people, who the hell cares if we think there's more than that? So again, relative numbers don't provide us much context, and that's kind of standard for all things, right? Relative numbers allow you to easily manipulate data because you have no context as to what they're relative to, and you can easily change what the context is. You always have to get absolute numbers and what the context is before you can actually make any kind of assessment, which is why I think that 30% thing, while it may be true, right, it doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell us anything. And because they actually say that it's because players are reporting cheating, it actually speaks to the fact that their internal mechanisms for catching cheating aren't working, right? Because players have to catch this 30% extra. Yeah. Your own functionality wasn't able to do it. So I found this post to be okay in terms of everything else besides that, and that just kind of points out the big flaw, which is that they really need to work on their cheat catching. Yeah, I mean, look, people are always going to try to cheat the game. There's just no doubt about it, right? It's just something in their brain, right? They're just criminals are criminals, right? For whatever reason, I'm not going to get into the socioeconomical,
economics of what makes someone want to cheat. I mean, we can be here talking for hours about how someone's brains work. The big issue I have with this, and I think what the Permaban, I don't agree with. I know we don't have enough context about everything about the case other than just some basic facts that we know about it. I still think a permanent ban, I think was a little too harsh. You know, they did violate the TOS. I think we can agree on that. They have every right to punish them, but a permaban, damn. You know,
I don't think it was too harsh.
You know, I mean,
You think it was too harsh, you're saying?
No, I don't. To be honest, I mean, I understand why he did it, but you need to look at him just like as a journalist that, you know, that is doing something and putting themselves on the line to get a story. He kind of put himself out there and took one for the team, or whatever you want to say, which that's not my opinion either, because I think he made it worse. Because now everybody knows about, more people know about hacking, and I saw so many comments that said, where do I get this? How do I find this? You know, I've never heard of this before. So I feel like he brought more attention to it. But I think if you do that, you have to go in with the knowledge, knowing that you are going to get banned, because you just, you know, put this out there, and that is breaking terms of service. Now, as far as McMole, I'm still questioning whether or not his should have been banned. I mean, come on. He was just kind of reporting what had happened, almost like news. So I'm not really sure about him.
His problem was that he put clips of Bulldog's video.
If he hadn't put clips in, he wouldn't have gotten banned.
I think that's what got him in trouble more so than anything else, because it was a pulled video. And again, it takes a while, if you guys aren't aware, like it takes a while to record the video, upload it to YouTube, and then publish it, right? Because there's processing time on YouTube and all of that. So there's a lot of time that it takes between when he probably made the video and it got uploaded into YouTube. But I think by that time he knew that the Bulldog video had been pulled, and so it probably would have been a good idea for him to just not put those clips and just kind of talk about it. So I think that's where McMole went wrong. I do agree with you. I think I'm in pretty much in agreement with you, McVenom, that I'm okay with Bulldogs with one question. And we had this discussion in the pre-stream, which is, did he talk to CG or EA before he made the video?
So that was my question too. I asked somebody that in one of, I think, my guild server. Like, my question is, did he report this? Because I'm noticing a lot of people saying that they have reported these issues and nothing gets done. So was he doing it after he had made a complaint, a legit report about it, and nothing was done about it? But still, even if he did, you still are you're still cheating intentionally. Now,
okay, Nathaniel Morgan is saying he did and he was ignored, because I didn't see Bulldog's response to that. So
morally, I understand why he did it then. Morally, I'm behind him, I back him then, as far as that's concerned. If he went the appropriate route and they were ignoring him.
So if he was ignored and he's trying to make this an issue for the public, he's gone to CG and said, hey, this is what's happening, and getting no response, and then he comes out and does a video explaining what this is.
Well, so I mentioned this to you.
It's like
the problem that he has, or the problem that he caused for himself, right, was that he included too much details about the mod, allowing people to almost replicate what he did. That is what his problem was. You could talk about the fact that you found this. There is the opportunity for mods to hack this. You've seen this in person. There's ways that you can make it so that you're not taking any damage, and all these. He could have talked about the end results without talking about the means. And that would have made it so that other people could not replicate it, but they would be able to see that cheating still happens.
I disagree.
I
disagree with this.
Get to that end.
Yes.
And I think that's what became his biggest issue.
Yeah, the issue is he did do that, and the fact that he did it broke TOS, right? There's no doubt about it, and they have every right. It's their game. They can do whatever he wants. But the fact that it's being said that he had gone to them and nothing was happening, and then he put this video out there for us to know what is happening, that he took, kind of the punch on the face to show this. Just, again, we don't have all the information. I'm just saying, if that was the case.
Agreed.
And the other thing too, just to mention, because I know a lot of people are talking about this, because I don't think as far as I know, they still haven't banned his his alt account.
That doesn't matter. If you read the terms of service, it's
Oh no, that's what I'm trying to point
player
out.
that cheats, they can ban all of your accounts, and that's on almost every game you play. They say that they can ban all of your accounts.
The person that's signing the agreement is you.
Yes.
Right.
It's not your account that's signing it.
Yeah, it's you.
So if they find you cheating, they can ban every single account of yours if they find it. So it's important to realize that, because the everyone sees the EULA, right? EU stands for end user. You are the end user, right? So it's the end user license agreement. And so that's what the biggest thing is, because it's a big issue with making sure that it's not just your account, because he was doing it on an alt account thinking that the alt account may get caught and that kind of stuff, and then everything would be working, but it wasn't. So he got concerned. Looks like he did report it. So all of that is fine. I do, to some extent, feel like the punishment may have been too harsh from EA's perspective, only for the purpose of EA's PR.
Well,
right?
yeah,
because ultimately this is a fault.
effect, basically, by trying to like ban him to cover it up and to keep
Exactly.
it quiet. Now everybody's like blowing up, trying to search it out and figure out what's going on. So they
Right, and ultimately this was a flaw within their own system, right? They're not able to catch the cheaters, and so it looks very poorly on them. So I wish they didn't ban him. Like his ban, he definitely deserved a ban. Right, but I don't
know.
think
I think that someone
I don't think
we
that
were
was-
getting into this his intent. If his intent was just to inform the public, which I think that was his intent, I don't know, so I'm not 100% on that. I can't say that for sure. If his intent was to bring awareness to the community by showing something that has been an ongoing issue for years, I think the there's the letter of the law, there's the TOS, but what was his intent? Yeah, he broke the.
But then every cheater could say, "Oh, my intent was just to point it out."
Well, there's
They
extenuating
can't say,
circumstances.
Oh, well, his intent was different.
Okay, so I give the scenario like this, Tits. If a pregnant woman and her husband's driving her to the hospital because she's pregnant, she's having the baby, life and death circumstance, he breaks the law, he's speeding. Cop pulls him over. The letter of the law says you were speeding, you have to pay the consequences no matter what the circumstances. Should the cop let him go, or should the cop follow the letter of the law and
so if
do
you're
that?
comparing that kind of scenario, then you'd have to say that the cop is not allowed to check and see if the woman's pregnant, and then every single person that goes through speeding can say, "I've got a pregnant wife."
But you have to have a pregnant
That's what
wife
you're
there.
comparing.
But I'm just saying, there are circumstances outside just the letter of the law, right? So I'm
No,
saying...
you're saying morally it's right. Morally, yes, it might be right, but legally it's not. So like,
So he should get a ticket.
Yeah, he should get a ban.
Yeah.
I don't. So, but the depth of the punishment is up to CG.
See, this is one of
Right,
the
they don't have
oldest
a set
debates
date.
of all time, the letter of the law versus the intent of the person and what they're doing, right?
Yeah, but every time you try to judge intent, you're going to get yourself into a muck, right? That's why you always try to
But
make it as black
but
and
it's
white as possible.
nothing's black and white in life. There is just
But you
just
can
isn't.
try to make it as black and
You
white.
can, but it doesn't work that way, and you know better
So-
than that.
Another point that I wanted to bring up, Ouchie had said something about ignore subjective, about how he reported it and they ignored it. She says it's subjective. They may have been getting passed around. We don't know the time frame. It might have been reported and they're working on it. I don't think that's true, because I have a guildmate that legit had a glitch happen in his Grand Arena where it popped the same team in two separate places. And he noticed it. He went to the opponent's Discord, reported it to that guy, and said, "Look, I'm not cheating. I put in a ticket." He reported the ticket. He went and did a bunch of DMs to people to try to let them know, this is what's happening. I'm not cheating. This is what's going on. Screenshots, video, everything. He was banned. And he's fighting for his, and this was like, it happened like within a couple hours. So like, he's trying to get his account right now. So I don't think they would just sit on it and like mull it over for a while. If it was reported, they probably looked into it and then disregarded it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see them sitting on it for a while and watching an account. They can kind of tell if they know the account's name, right?
Right. They should be able to. But again, this comes down to the fact that their cheat catching mechanics aren't good enough. And all of this kind of comes back to that. And so they try to make it, to your point, Ranger, you're right. In real life, they try to make it as black and white as possible, but this isn't necessarily anyone's livelihood and stuff. So the EA has made it pretty clear, at least in their past, they're very black and white about a lot of this stuff.
But their track record on this is pretty suspect. You know, I mean, their whole thing is, you know, to not have anything revealed. They can say whatever they want, but I mean, the whole thing with Darth Micro was kind of something that blew up in their face, and this kind of blew up in their face too, because he showed that with all the positive things that they just put in this post still happening, people are getting away with it, and you're not catching them. So it's a big deal, and it's a big issue. And, you know, making an example out of a guy that really, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you can watch videos out there of guys, and I love watching this, where they attack hackers by hacking them, which I absolutely love seeing it when it happens.
So,
you know, they're hacking them to show, you know, to get them back. They're technically breaking the law by hacking, but they're hacking the hackers who go after people to stop them from hacking, you know, and to show it on YouTube. They don't get banned, you know. They don't get stuff.
Somebody said, why did Darth microtransaction not get banned? Because he actually did a video on an exploit that was built within the game, not like outside cheating, like using a program to cheat with and downloading it and paying for it.
That's how we're seeing the distinction. But to clarify, though, the actual terms of service could have banned Darth microtransaction from making it.
Absolutely.
So ultimately, the answer is really simple, right? It is an EA decision as to the punishment. And what we saw, at least what CG said, so I'm going to try and coincide the two things here. Once Darth microtransaction had the video, the solution came out very quickly afterwards, right? And I think Carrie on her Twitter, I want to say, had posted that it had been reported to her in private already, and they were already working on the solution, but Darth microtransaction made it worse because people were exploiting it and they were getting ready to release it anyways. So there is a possibility that played into this for Darth Micro, because they already had the solution and they're not spreading something that they feel they can't stop, right? But if this is something they can't catch, and this has been going on for 2 months.
There's always going to be hackers that are one step above.
That's what their fear is, that it's promoting something that they can't catch. And if that's what's happening, then that might have played into the fact that EA punished them more. But it's up to EA, right? If you break their rules in any way, you are at their mercy for what the punishment is. And then if they don't want to have it like equal handed over, that's up to them. We look at it afterwards and be like, yeah, it's not. And this one wasn't even, this one maybe was too much, this one wasn't. But either way, they all broke it. Yeah. And they all were handled differently because that's the way they wanted to handle it. So we really have no say. There's not a set standard.
No, there's not.
So they can basically do whatever the hell they want. They keep like a black and white for punishment, right? But then it just kind of depends on whether or not they really want to punish you or not. And Micro was probably on the very edge of it.
Oh, I think he said they had a really good discussion with him. They were pretty close to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's, again, what was the guy trying to do with it? He did violate the terms of service. He didn't have to put out the video.
The video is what got him in trouble.
I know. I know.
I think if he would have put on Discord, found Eric or Ryan or somebody like that, and went to Discord and said, hey, I got a video that I'm about to put out. I need somebody to address this issue. I would want to say that they would probably have taken his concerns seriously, but they might have just banned him then. I don't know. What do you think?
It's possible.
But he did reach out, and it's not like he, you know, from what I'm understanding, he had reached out. Was not getting any kind of feedback. And that's something that we know CG's been notorious for, right? I mean, how many times have we been sitting here? We had a person the other day who's having an issue with their account, and they couldn't get a hold of anybody over CG. You know, going through the proper channels, trying to do, what do we tell them to do? Bug the hell out of them if you have to. That's sad to say that you have to say bug the hell out of someone to get some kind of response. So maybe he felt this was his own way. Regardless, I know some people don't like me saying but I like saying it. It makes me feel smart. Regardless of the fact, he did break TOS. There's no doubt about that. I think the guy was trying to do something positive for the community. I don't have all the facts. I think the punishment is too severe. If they had wanted to suspend him a couple weeks and say don't do that again, There's a difference between, someone put on the white hat and trying to do something. Yeah, they do some bad things, but, they're not doing it to gain benefit. They're trying to do something to expose something versus someone that's got the black hat on that's like, I'm going to cheat and get all the rewards and screw this game and make other people's lives miserable. I can't stand hackers, mainly because I've seen what they can do to other people. So all those guys on YouTube I support that go around hacking the hackers and destroying their computers because I love it. It's like, yeah, get a taste of your medicine. You want to cheat, swindle people out of money? I don't care that they're breaking the law. I care the fact that they're doing something about it. So it's a slippery slope, guys. You're going to be on two sides of this issue. All that I ask is if you feel one way about it, be positive about it. If you think that the ban was too severe and you think that what happened with McMull and what happened to Bulldog was wrong, then do something about it. If you think that it was right, cool. But respect the other side because it's not like, again, it's subjective. And when something is subjective and how you view things, then, it's going to lead to people on one side versus people on the other. The thing that I ask is that you just be respectful of the other people. I don't want to see any name calling or you're a dumbass or any of that crap. I do want you guys to use your head and get out of your paradigm and try to see from the other side, right? So be smart about this. So however you feel about it, but it is an issue. Hacking is still an issue. We've been talking about this for years. It's one of Grande's pet peeves and one of his passion projects, that this is a big problem. I like what CG has done. And I've praised them for what they've said and what they plan to do. I think it's right. But yeah, it's something that's going on, and we'll see what happens from here. I think the punishment was too much. But that's my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right.
I'm with you. I think the punishment was too much, but I'm not going to complain about it to the point where it's like unban him, right? Because he did break the terms of service. Now, as a player, as a person invested in the community that doesn't want to see cheating in this, do I think that this brings light to an issue that otherwise it felt like CG and EA were kind of sitting on their hands about? Yeah. Right? This might have stoked the fire a little bit for them to actually take cheating seriously and not think it's just a small problem and just let people get away with it. So hopefully this changes something. So from that perspective, I do hope that they show leniency. I hope this was their first kind of let's ban them first and then review everything later mentality so that they don't spread more of this information and let it get out more than it has. So then they can hopefully go back and be like, yeah, McMull's was way too severe. His is going to be down to just a week. And Bulldog's shouldn't be like a permaban. He should just be about a month. And that'll be fine. And don't post these kind of videos again type of thing. And then just leave it at that. That would be my ultimate kind of, I hope that this is the final solution. But again, it's ultimately up to EA and how they want to handle it. And they do go with, and again, it is more EA than CG.
Yes.
Just for reference, right? We've had this in the past, and just in general with our own experiences, right? We've been able to talk to CG people. I don't think we have ever talked to any EA person.
No.
Everyone has been on the CG because CG are the developers. They're more front facing, and EA is definitely kind of their corporate backing, and they're looking at it much more from a kind of a cold-hearted perspective in a sense. Right? They're not really interacting with the players. They're just looking at how does this look for EA, and if it doesn't look good, they try to get rid of it. And so this is all more coming from EA than it does from CG. And so again, my hope is that ultimately Bulldog is just kind of like a month, and McMull was down to a week.
Yeah,
was just silly for commenting on it. So
yes, Miss McVenom, you're giggling.
I'm just laughing at chat. Like Grimm's throwing down section 6, line 17, and then somebody goes, "You lose, good day, sir." And then what else says, "Mr. Wonka?" I'm just dying laughing at these fools.
Oh God! Again,
you guys are crazy in chat.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
They're all hilarious.
But I think ultimately this is a good discussion to have, right? Because as regardless of what you think of the punishment,
we're all on different levels with it.
Yes.
Right. I think all of you guys, regardless of what you think of the punishment, right, are upset at the fact that cheating can be so easily done in this game.
Yes.
After we've already had so many incidents going back to tournaments, which was a major fiasco with APK hacking to begin with, to think that it appears to be that we're almost at that same state, and we've been telling you guys anyways, right? Cheating is going to be the biggest problem with GAC, because if they put too many rewards attached to it, people are going to cheat and try to get the victories. And so the fact that this has prolonged for as long as it has is maybe the biggest disappointment in all of this. And I think all of us as players, regardless of what you think of the punishment, Bulldog, McMole, all of that, I think all of us can agree on the fact that the cheating being allowed in this game for more than 2 years now, going back to tournaments when this became the most public that it had been at that time, is disappointing.
Yeah.
And after they came out with the post saying that we have all these new features and all of these other kind of things that we're trying to track down cheaters, and the 30% increase in catching cheaters has come from players reporting, right? And you had a player admit that he was cheating for 2 months and didn't get caught. So this all speaks very poorly on the ability of this game to maintain a competitive environment for any game mode, because it can be exploited if there are rewards attached to it. And I think that is the biggest disappointment of this all. I hope they come out with a better post than what they posted, because they need to do a much better job with any kind of cheating if they plan on continuing PvP as a focus in this game.
Absolutely.
And they've made this obvious, right? That is their focus. They focus more on TW. They focus more on Grand Arena Championships. They're looking to get players away from Squad Arena and focusing more on Grand Arena Championships. So they have a major GAC focus. And if that's what they're planning on doing, step one, they have to fix the ability to cheat. I don't really care what it does. You can throw out PvE content. Nobody cares about PvE content, to be honest. People play it because they like playing it with their guild. It's a good distraction. Start rolling out PvE content. Keep players distracted. Figure out what's going on with cheating before you do anything tournament related or Grand Arena Championship related again, because it's sad that it's still ongoing after this much time.
They need to just have a replay video mode.
Yeah,
they do.
I mean, I understand
you can
people
see
don't
it.
want to reveal their strategies, but if you don't want it like rigged up with cheaters, then
I mean,
put a replay mode in there. That's all you got to do.
The strategy thing, I don't buy the strategy thing. There's not enough characters and combinations. We know what the seriously get out of here.
You don't even need to do a full replay. Even a first step of just showing you what they used against your
what they used.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't even need to do a full replay. Just show who they fought with, who they used. And if they did multiple battles, just show what they did so you can see what the progress was, and you can click on it to see what the mods were.
And a way that you can report it from there.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Hey, this is fishy. Look at it."
It is.
Right.
There you go.
You're going to notice that when something
Here
happens,
we go. Solving the world's problems right here on our.
well, we've been seeing this for a long time. So I mean, we've wanted a sandbox mode, and we've given solutions, because we always give solutions to what we think would help solve the problem, not just talk about the problem and complain about it. You know, this is a problem, but I think if you give more, if you had just listening, if you can go in there and say, how did they kill my Darth Revan? What did they use? Oh, the Padme. Wait a minute, Padme's gear 8. How did they pull that off? So maybe they did. But I mean, it's stuff like that where you're like, wait a minute, I looked at their mods and I looked at the team. What the hell is going on? So, I mean, stuff like that. But yeah, people are always going to try to cheat, and they're always going to try to get away with cheating. But if there's a will, there's a way. Don't tell me something can't be done. You see this thing on the top of my head? This proves that if you have the will, you can do something. If I can survive them trying to kill me, then I think we can handle trying to do some APK hacking. If there's a will, there's a way. It has always been proven.
If I can survive this long with McVenom not killing me, if there's a will.
Well, our days are numbered, Finn. So
it's coming close.
We're gonna die.
Let's not speak too soon there, guys.
We're still alive. I've made it this far.
Yeah.
I've made it so far. So
yeah, our days are numbered.
I am the least offender according to that picture. I'm just saying, it's true.
We can do this, and we can, if we work together, we can do this. But I think CG's got to take the lead, and they've got to just really understand it's a problem. The 30% is great, but then what about the other 70% of the time? What about those other 70% of players that you haven't caught? It's 30% increase. Well, what about the other 70%? So
I mean, Nathaniel Morgan, you make a good point.
Right. You can't stop APK hacking.
It's not that you can't stop it. It's just going to require like a recoding of that entire game. And that becomes a problem. And I understand that. When you have things on the client side, you can manipulate all of the packets of information that get sent back to the server. I mean, this is the same reason why we can force close in order to stop a battle, right? Because there's nothing getting sent back to the server except for the fact that there was an attempt. There's no other data besides that.
Well, I don't
right?
think you can stop the hacking, but if you commit to being more on the other side, if someone hacks but you're able to respond faster, you can't stop crime. But if you can immediately handle it, right, and do something quickly about it, that's where you start seeing the effect, right? So if someone does APK hack like the first round of GAC, they get nailed and they're out, right? I think the faster response, having the software and the things in place to catch it faster, respond faster is what you want to do, and have like the permabans, things of that nature. So, but allowing someone 2 months to not get caught, and the reason he got caught was because he admitted it on a YouTube video. That looks bad. I don't know how else to put it.
From a PR's perspective, I think this looks very bad for EA.
It really does.
So I think that's more so the biggest thing.
Bad, especially when you're talking all about your detection tools and blah 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 blah, and
then this comes out. Yeah. It looks.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You don't know.
Data keepers.
We're your data keepers, yo.
For real.
I want to see your data keepers. All right, so
let's move on.
Yeah, we've hit this. We've beaten this one to death. The other thing that happened today was we got Padme event back. I did my Padme event today. Everyone was expecting 5 hours of pain and suffering, but it was.
They might get that with me.
Yeah, we might get that with Finn. I doubt it, because I went in there like a boss and finally had my revenge. So, if you guys have questions about the Padme event, go ahead and put those questions in the chat. Now, I'm just looking at what we have 186 watching right now, but we only have 77 thumbs up. Can we get some more thumbs up? Can we get to 100 at least, guys? Can we get some love?
Awesome.
Can we get some love? A little bit of love?
That would be great.
Tiny bit of love. Do it for McVenom. Look at her. She's sad.
McVenom,
do the sad. McVenom, do the.
If we get to 100 thumbs up, I'll lick the pickle.
Yeah. No, don't lick the pickle. I don't want to see you lick the pickle. McVenom, do the sad face. Ask for thumbs.
Or I will not lick a pickle.
Look at that face. Look at that punim, guys. You're making McVenom sad right now.
Holy crap, we're up to 94.
Only you can make McVenom smile.
We're up to 94, 98.
Oh my God! Contingent 33 just donated $25. This pickles for Algie. Whip out your pickles. Pickles. Thank you, Contingent.
Yay.
We're at 104.
Hey, we did it. We made. See, look at the smile of McVenom. She's smiling. She's happy. That's what you want to see out of the RSG stream. A happy McVenom, and that will delay our death by minutes, not by a lot.
Earth said he will lick the pickle if he doesn't get to 100. Now that is some incentive.
Yeah, there we go. We broke 100.
Oh, it's too late. Too late. He has to lick the pickle, but we don't. Nobody wants to see that, so I'm.
No, I said or. I said either way, whichever the chat wants, and the chat does not want me to lick the pickle.
No, yeah, they don't want you to lick the pickle. Nobody wants to see you licking your pickle, Finn. So there you go. Oh God, that would be awful.
So I did the Padme. I played like 4 games and then just shut it down and said, "No, I'm not doing this now."
The 7-star.
I got frustrated. No, 6.
Oh, we got her unlocked, right?
Yeah, I have her unlocked.
Yay! So that's good.
Yes. I'm not getting her.
You just need RNG for the 6. I had to go through a lot of battles, Tis, but I eventually got it. We'll kind of play around with your teams and stuff like that. We'll get it for you 6 stars. Maybe 7's out of the possibility, but
I
it's
just
still.
don't have the gear because I'm focusing on my.
You're doing the right thing.
On target.
But the good thing is you did get her unlocked. So the
Revenator is donating bits, and that glass is just getting full.
I know, right? That glass is ready to explode.
It is.
Explode all over you. Just feel the goodness of the pickle all over you. So there you go. So we need more pickles to make it explode. I don't know if I put it in those terms.
Brewster, it's never just a tip.
It is never just a tip. McVenom has taught us that well.
Never.
I mean, there was some other stuff. We had the end of GAC. So we can talk about our experience in GAC. I enjoyed GAC. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a little short. I just missed Kyber by like 1,500. I was like, damn, if I had won my second round fight of this, I would have got Kyber. So you had to be really perfect to get into the Kyber League. It was crazy. And I had some crazy good scores and didn't get in. So, but I enjoyed GAC. It was a lot of fun. I thought the matchmaking was good. The people I fought, even when they were 500,000, which was the majority of the time of my level, I had people 500, 600,000. Typically it was 200,000 or 300,000. Some matches we were even GP, but For the most part, I thought the balance was good. I thought it was fair. I didn't really have any problem with GAC. I had a lot of good fun. We had fun doing it. A lot of strategy. I went off overall. I think GAC was a positive, other than the cheating. But outside of that, of that aspect, I didn't really see anything nefarious or anything like that. I won most of my matches, so thus negating the possibility that they were cheating. If they were cheating, they suck. They can't even win when you're cheating. I didn't see any people that I play that cheated or anything. Nothing came into mind where I'm like, wait a minute, nothing like that ever happened. My experience was positive with GAC. There's some stuff that you really need to work on. I think the rewards for the amount of weeks we play that damn thing are way too low. Way too low for that. I mean,
we do get rewards in between, though, right?
But they're minuscule, man. I mean, 90 here and stuff like that. It doesn't really add up to a hill of beans.
So that's why I'm okay with it, is because of the cheating. Like, can you imagine how much it would piss off people if the rewards were that high and people were...
I know, but so it's like...
I'm okay with the way it was. I think it makes it so that players...
I think they're just too underwhelming. But, I mean, it's not our problem for you to fix the cheating. The rewards should match the effort and time that we put into the GAC. It's an investment.
I think cumulatively it wasn't that bad.
I think it was.
Get in between.
No.
I didn't really
even with the feats and stuff, I think it was still underwhelming. You know, you didn't...
I think I agree with you, Ranger. For the effort that you put in, the time and the effort you put in for that, it's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah. But that's okay. Finn thinks it was good. It's okay. That's fine.
I don't want it to be too much of a differentiation. Okay, so let me put it this way. I don't want there to be a huge difference between Kyber and Iridium and Chromium and all of those. Like, the level differences, I think the difference in that is fine. If they want to scale that up evenly for all of the divisions or all of the separations, I'm okay with that. What I don't want to see is Kyber having some crazy amount more than Iridium. Just because you were in Kyber.
No, I'm talking overall. I just think overall division.
I think the proportions were correct. I think okay, so I'm with you then. I think the proportions of the rewards between all of the tiers was fine. I think they do need to increase it all, but maybe about like 50% or so for the final one, because I think that would be better. But I don't want to change necessarily the proportion between the divisions. But we did see some things that they need to improve on, right?
Yes.
We need to see. From the matchmaking perspective, I think there were 3 things in particular that kind of came out. One, at the very top, as Warrior has mentioned on the Jedi Academy, and other people have seen it too, you need to make sure you're not facing the same person in the same Grand Arena Championship. Like, you're doing that with territory wars where you can't face the same, like, 10 people, right? If the person was in your division and you didn't face him, I'm okay with you facing him again. Right, but I don't think you should be facing somebody you've already faced. They need to make sure that they prevent that in one GAC.
Yeah, that was a minor issue that's been going on, but it is an issue.
The other thing is Gear 13 is not scaling correctly.
Yes, that's another big one.
They need to make it so that when you press that button to go to Gear 13, it actually adds GP, because it does change a lot on the character.
Or change the algorithm to recognize that a Gear 13 character has more intrinsic value than a character that's a Gear 12.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that is a huge problem. And then the other thing is at the lower GPs, whatever they're calculating in order to figure out like your top 80 or whatever is not good. It needs to be, I'll let you deal with the donation.
Oh, we just got a $10 donation from Italian Stallion. Hey, Italian Stallion. I know him from over on Urza Stream. Great name. He says, we begged for tools, replay, and sandbox for years, but CG can't. Money, it's been pushed aside. CG said they can't test it in months as much as our community in minutes gives us tools. Yeah, I agree. They could do it if they want to. Again, if there's a will, there's a way. Well, I don't buy it.
So sandbox will still probably not happen for that reason.
No, but I think the replay is something they can do.
Because the problem with replay now is that they are going to be restricted in the number of competitive game modes they can release if they can't stop cheating.
Right.
This is always going to come up. Any game mode, they had to pull tournaments. Keep that in mind. Because of cheating, they had to pull the whole concept of tournaments. That's all the work that went into coding tournaments wasted, right? So there is a financial impact with replays. There is not necessarily a financial impact with
sandbox.
Right.
So, yeah. So Italian Stallion, there is hope.
I'm going
to say there is hope for the sandbox. Or not for the sandbox. For
the replays. Yeah, I agree.
Sandbox is unfortunately probably gone. So, but the other thing is for the lower GPs, the 80 characters or whatever doesn't suffice.
That's a problem, yeah.
They need to make sure they're using stats to figure out how many teams on average people are using at the lower GPs, because one-shot kills really only happen at the really highest GPs.
Right.
I would say even it's above like 5 million. I mean, you had some matches where you needed 2, right? Because of Darth Revan and stuff, Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were some that you needed 2. So that wouldn't necessarily be 80. Now you've moved on to 85 or 90. And so it's important that they look at those numbers to see what exactly is the average number of teams that players are using. And then you figure out the number of characters to include in your calculations based on that. I think, and that really does affect the lower GPs where you're often using more than one team in order to attack versus the top, because the top is usually using 1 and every now and then using 2.
Yeah, in case something happens, you're like, oh no, Malik's left over. Well, let me go with my cleanup team. Or, it happens, right? You just RNG. Yeah. Like I had that one battle with the bounty hunters where my Commander Luke died from 3 thermals. I was like, oh, what a crit. And I lost. I had to go with another team to clean the bounty hunters. I was like, oh, crap. But stuff like that happens. There's nothing you can do. RNG will get you. I don't care how good you are in this game. I've had it happen in a few battles. We were like, okay, that just happened.
Greedo is the worst one.
Yeah.
I hate Greedo. But you don't kill him first in the bounty hunters. You kill Boba first.
You have to.
You have to get through at least one attack of Greedo, hopefully not wrecking you. But Greedo is one to focus on.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it just depends on who you're using. If I'm using troopers, I'm killing Greedo. He usually has like 30 health, 30k
that's
health.
You can trigger Death Trooper.
Yeah, you're throwing your AoEs. You're not worried about like some of the other stuff. But I mean, that's
a little different.
Yeah.
But in general,
but RNG will happen. It happened to me in a couple battles. I still managed to win. Again, majority of my I won most of my matches. I had a couple here and there that I lost. I think I lost 2, and that's okay. I still went 2-1 in those GACs, and the ones I lost, I still one I full cleared, he full cleared. The other one was the second round at one that I just had where we both got stuck on Darth Revan. He was just more efficient. I got stuck on another team. Out of all the things I got me, his Night Sisters, I made a stupid move and killed Doc. I should have killed Osage, and it ended up costing me. And I go with another team, he got the points. So it's just stuff like that. But I mean, there are some issues with that need to be addressed. I think your 13 is important. I think lower GPs, recognizing the difference in value, the difference, and then playing the same player over. I think some of the stuff like that needs to be resolved. I think the rewards need to be higher across the board, right? For amount of time effort that we're putting in. So I think those are the big things.
What did you finish, by the way, McVenom? I finished Iridium, so I finished in the second bracket. I know Ranger got Kyber.
No, I didn't get Kyber. I missed it by 1,000, 1,500.
I'm still in the bottom bracket.
Oh, so you didn't do too much with GAC. You just kind of joined and.
I joined. I think I won one, and then one of them I got hung up, and it kind of auto-filled my stuff. The first one it auto-filled, and then the second one, the second one I beat, and then the next one I was just like, I was too busy to be concerned about it.
That's our McVenom.
Second one I won. Third one was.
That I'm going to take it seriously one day.
Soon, TM.
Yeah.
Soon. I got too much stuff going on.
Right
now I'm getting yelled at by my guild to get some battles.
And I think the other thing, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but the other thing, and I believe this is correct, didn't the GACs fall on the exact same days?
Yes.
So I think every time there was it was the same. It was what? It was Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I think.
No, it was Friday.
It was definitely
Thursday, Saturday, Monday.
Thursday, Saturday, Monday. Okay, so it started Thursday and then every 2 days. Yeah,
right.
It was consistent in that. I think in all of them. I actually don't mind that. I kind of like that it was a structured schedule like that. I don't know if other people prefer that it's staggered every now and then so you can play on a different day. That's more.
You've got 24 hours. I think it's plenty, because you can do your
I
battles.
I thought it was nice. That
Yeah,
it was all
you can do your battles at night, like our good boy Urs does, or you can do them like the next day, like I do. As long as you get your battles in between that 24-hour period, I think it's fine. It gives you some flexibility. You've got a day to do it, so whenever you have time, you can go in, do the battles, and be done with it, or not do the battles, whatever floats your pickle. But I think I like the structure schedule. I knew which
it
days.
looks like most of the people in the chat, Urs is saying he likes the structure schedule. Dagger says it. Yeah. I liked it too. I was just curious if people preferred it kind of shifting and not.
No, I liked the structure of it. I think it was good. It gave you a good sense of what days you would be doing GAC on top of the other stuff. Like we have GOTB going on. We've got TW happening right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in the game. So So I think that was it. We had another GOTB. I don't know how you guys did, Finn. We got 20 stars for almost there at 29.
We got 23 and almost 24.
How did you? So you got 23?
You got 23, which is another improvement. We started 21, then 22, then 23.
Yeah.
I think we got 24. I don't know. Somebody in the guild let me know in chat. I just got word that our little Red Wampa got unbanned for his glitch. We call him Red Wampa, but it's Cho.
I
was just talking about. They got banned on a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
He takes screenshots if something funny happens. That's what got him unbanned. Is that he had screenshots and vids and stuff.
Science. All right. Usually we do the meta report.
Is Dagger in your guild? He's saying that you guys got 27.
We got 27.
Come on, you got to know what your guild got in GOTB a little bit.
That shows you how much he cares.
She doesn't care.
He auto-deployed.
I'm telling you, I'm going to care one time. I tell them all the time. Every day I tell them, somebody please boot me so I can quit. Just boot me.
They won't. You're trapped there forever, McFenim. They love you too much.
They won't let me. They
Every time she tries to get out, they suck her back in. Mm-hmm. And that's the way we like it. All right. Sorry, I was checking something in game real quick. All right. Usually do the meta report.
Let's do the meta report really quick.
I don't have the new meta report. But
it's up there. If you have the website, it should be there.
See if it's got the new stuff. Hey, everybody. Harry Carey here with the meta report. I don't really have a sponsor this week, so I'll just make one up. Because all the other sponsors I came up with were real. This week's meta report's brought to you by A&W Beer. We're no longer making root beer. We're making beer. Sarsaparilla and hops mixed together for your enjoyment. Have the taste of sugar and beer so you get the beer gut of a real countryman. A&W Beer. There you go.
Oh, okay. We still have it on the local file. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll change that.
It's the same. It's nothing. What you're seeing now is exactly.
It's pretty much exactly the same. Actually, interestingly enough, IG88 is still number 3.
Yeah. So.
So again, it's kind of neat. People are using that droid team. It's actually ahead of the Padme team, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so that's the only real interesting thing. The column on the left for last week is pretty much the same.
It's not changed really.
And again, I don't really have an issue with the stagnation of the squad arena if Grand Arena Championship was really supposed to be the new competitive mode. I think we discussed this a little bit, which is that if their goal is to switch everyone to Grand Arena Championships, right? If Squad Arena is basically stale and telling you if you have Darth Revan and Malik, you can get rank 1, then it makes it easy for people to get crystals, and then you can focus on your whole roster rather than just always trying to have the top one team. And it also stops power creep, right? Because at some point, if you're trying to make Squad Arena the main focus, you're going to try and find a team that tops Darth Revan and Malik.
Yeah.
Those are both 2 characters with power creep, right? That came after Jedi Knight Revan, who was power creep, and Treya, who was power creep, right? Treya started this whole nonsense. Actually, it goes back to CLS being the first kind of ridiculous one. Then they managed to kind of balance it out a little bit. And then Treya, Jedi Knight Revan, and then Darth Revan with Malik all became kind of crazy. So if they're trying to keep it stagnant and let people know what the final goal is for Squad Arena and giving us more number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams for our roster for Grand Arena Championships and territory wars and stuff, I'm okay with that. I'm just kind of curious what their intentions are, because it's not clear now, especially with the cheating with Grand Arena Championships, where they plan on going with competitive.
Yeah, we'll kind of see where it's going. Oh, we're up to 109 thumbs up, Finn, with 173 people watching. Can we get to? Awesome. Can we get to what number should we set next? 125? Can we get to 125? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 125, 125, 125, 130, 130, 135.
I need to do something if we get to 125.
No, don't lick your pickle. I swear I will
I'm not
reach
gonna
through
lick
the
the
screen
pickle.
and
I did
choke
not
you to
want to
death.
see me lick the pickle. I'm not going to threaten them with it again.
No, that's nasty. Stop it. Yeah, no one
Yeah,
wants to see that.
give us a thumbs up, guys.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up. Hey, it's climbing. Yay!
Okay, so I think we're ready for the Twitter question.
I think we are. I think we're
before that, you want to play the trailer again? I want to play that trailer.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, we'll play the trailer again.
Veers and Snowtrooper, that's where you get your crit chance and your crit damage. So they're like this cute little couple, this Hoth couple.
There we go. We play the Hoth couple again.
So, if you guys don't know why I'm asking Ranger to play that, that was the first kind of, we've done commercials and that kind of stuff, and this was a movie trailer that was made off a comment when Crazy Excuses was YouTubing and she was on our stream and whatnot, and so that comment helped to generate that idea as a fun movie trailer. And so tomorrow we're going to be doing something different. Because there's an option in YouTube we haven't used before, so we want to use that, which is the premiere option that lets us kind of do like a live chat and stuff with you guys before a video goes live, and it kind of like streams live and you guys can watch it at the same time. And tomorrow I plan on having another trailer for you guys, our second RSG Films movie trailer.
All I know is we didn't get to 125. McVenom, I need the sad face, please. Look at that, Punham. Look at that face. By not giving a thumbs up, you've caused Miss McVenom to be sad. And you call yourself a man.
Wow.
Look at that face. Look at her pouty little eyes. Look at sparkle in her nose ring.
Yeah, she's blinking.
I mean, tears are welling up.
You can't keep it for very long.
I know. So I overdid it myself. So there you go. Look what we got, everybody. We got.
When you said the sparkle in her nose ring.
Yes.
Just a booger.
Man.
It's just a booger. I don't know what
You wish you had a silver booger, Grande. Hi, Grande. Welcome. You missed all the fireworks again. Grande, Pappy Patron. Look, it's a big deal. The Chicken Chaser, the one and only government Wi-Fi stealer, Brown Gandalf himself. Grande, Pappy, Babyface Patron is here.
All right, let's jump into the Twitter question then.
Yeah.
So again, for those of you guys, if you guys haven't already, head to our Twitter page. The handle is Reality Skewed Gamers with no vowels in the Skewed and Gamers. So it's Reality SKWD GMRS. So Reality Skewed Gamers, no vowels in the Skewed and Gamers. And our question was, in the Padme's event, what character did you find the most surprising, whether good or bad? And the first one says Poggle. Poggle was the MVP for me.
It really was. I was shocked.
For my Newt lead, Dooku, Grievous, and Ventress team, and was unable to beat Tier 7 until I put Poggle in there. His 25% offense for Separatists that do not have Hive Mind was a game changer.
Maybe I should pop him in there.
I'm
here,
shocked.
I'm telling you, Poggle was the man for me in the first one.
I was shocked.
It seemed to work with this.
We really thought that the attacking out of turn the Separatists was going to cause the Padme team, like you see in all the other encounters we run with her in GOTB and other things, PvP. You can't kill them because you just give them that extra protection, right? Not for this event. They kicked the crap out of Padme, and Poggle was a big reason why. Holy Jesus!
They set offense up. That offense up along with Geospy was the reason I was able to do it the first time.
The nasty.
That's what I was. Spy too, Ranger.
No, I went a different route. I used General Grievous lead with Asajj, Newt Gunray, B2, and Dooku, and
You have
absolutely.
a Zeta on Grievous.
Yeah, he was gear 13. They killed a couple of members of my team. Grievous got angry and killed everybody but
Or
Kenobi.
the lead, you have the Zeta on.
Metal Monstrosity, the unique.
Yes.
Unique.
Yes, you want Metal Monstrosity. Because he was angry. And at Gear 13, he wrecked the crap out of that team. Holy Jesus. Grievous is a boss, man. Holy cow, does that dude hit. At Gear 13, man, even at 12, he's pretty nasty. But 13, woo, that was the most enjoyment I've ever seen, Grande. I did the Padme events. First shot, one kill. Suck it up and drive on. I kicked the crap out of the Grande. You've been there. Through thick and thin, with all.
I wish I'd been there. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know you're busy, but it was unbelievable, man. I was so happy, I almost cried, dude, because of all the suffering I've done with these events. I finally got my revenge.
All right. Next one. Amazing to me that my Gear 13 Brood Alpha and Gear 12 Geos took down the last tier in less than 5 minutes. First time around, I tried for 4 hours on the last tier.
Yeah.
Typical.
Reworks, man. They made a difference.
It's exactly what Grande said, right? It's the offense up plus the damage. Like, I was watching some of these videos, right? And I don't think that it's the unique protection getting dispelled. What I think is happening is that 17,000 damage or so is enough to overcome the 40% protection gain.
Right.
Yep.
Because they don't have over 36,000 health or so,
Right.
which is what you need for the 40%. Right, and 17,000 is more than that, so their health pool is actually not all that high. So high damage hits go through that unique protection. So unless you have a weak hitting countering character, Sunfac may trigger it, Dooku may potentially trigger it because he's kind of like a multiple attacker, not necessarily a big hitter. But the Geos, they can have at least one character break through the unique protection and deal the damage. Like, I was watching those videos trying to figure out what the hell was going on to make sure I understood it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because there were some people saying there was a bug that the unique protection was being dispelled. In fact, it's actually the opposite.
Right.
There's videos where Padme is dead and still providing the unique protection on some of the characters.
Yeah.
It's actually like the opposite thing is happening, which actually makes your life harder. But yeah, I was definitely surprised that the Geos worked as well as they did.
It was amazing. All right, next.
Next one, I found all the characters easy to defeat. It took a couple of tries, but then I found this program online. I downloaded
All right.
easily beat it. Can't wait for GT5 or Here I Come. To the man, this is a joke.
Oh no,
that wins. Who was that? That's fantastic.
Well, I'll come back to it, but
that's awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was actually pretty awesome.
Jesus. Oh my
Probably
god.
a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner on that one, man. Jesus. Wow.
what do you say to that?
Yes. Ha ha.
All right. Next one. Ranger was my surprise character. On the good side, he got his Padme 7-star rather quick and easy. On the bad side, he got his Padme 7-star rather quick and easy. Not wrong.
Oh, Lord. I know. I just supposed to feel like no. They were begging me in chat to like redo it. I'm like, no, you don't know how I am with RNG. This could f me so bad. I am not redoing it. They wanted me to stop and forfeit and do it again. I was like,
Let's see. Next one. My experience with the Padme event. The first time it came around, it was awful. It took me a day or so just to get Padme to 5-star. This time around, I have Gear 13 Grievous. Wow, he's awesome. It took me 5 minutes this time around. Padme 7-star. Long live General Grievous, Jedi scum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grievous is definitely an all-star in this one. Next one, after a simple Google search, I was able to learn how to make my Ugnaught eligible for the Padme event. Interestingly, he was never taking damage, always using his specials, and mollywopping every tune for 500k. But without a replay feature, I can't prove I did that. Hashtag give us a replay. Wow.
I don't even know what to say.
Just laugh because it's funny,
You want
Grunt.
to laugh, but at some point you're like, that's embarrassing, and on another level you're like, I don't know, man.
God. Okay, next one. I did it before the reworks, so Fish Jolie was a major pain in the butt, kind of like listening to Grande read. Listening to Grande read. There's always something entertaining.
Oh my god. Storm Rider just said, Storm Rider 59 is like, Ugnaught meta confirmed.
They're so awful. Alright.
Woo. You guys are killing it tonight, man.
So the last one was, or not last one, the next one was told bugs were awful. If the AI used Spy's one-shot kill right into it could auto. This is the last here. He put a picture, Lost Sun Fact trying to auto it. Yeah, I think the bugs came out surprising because I think a lot of us thought that the 40% protection was going to stop it, but they're really not all that souped up.
No,
which is pretty interesting for this.
Pleasant surprise.
That Jolie Fishdoe character was annoying, but once you get past him and Padme, it becomes pretty easy to take out the Eternal Twins. But really, all you need is a cool APK I found online to make sense of breeze.
Oh my gosh.
You have a lot to pick from here, McVeigh. They're just throwing it in there at the end.
What's like said the Kit Fisto, the Jolie Kit Fisto.
These are so awful.
I'm gonna have to say first, second, third go to the three that we're talking about.
Probably. Okay. Next one, Jolie Fishdoe, the king of surprise mechanics. Last one, bugs for sure. It's not impossible. They work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Anything else that came in?
Oh Lord, I was waiting for the APK thing.
You guys are so awful. It's awesome.
Oh God.
All right, tell me who the three were that named the.
Oh yeah, the one who did Ranger, the one who got me too.
Okay, so the Ranger one for Ranger was What Else 73. The first of the hacking, which was I enjoyed all the character. I found all the characters easy to defeat. It took a couple of tries, but then I found this program online. I downloaded it on my phone and easily beat it. Can't wait for GAC Kyber. Here I come. To the man, this is a joke. That was Kashmir.
Oh God, Kashmir, Jesus.
Kashmir's so funny. Okay, next person.
So the next one, after a simple Google search, I was able to learn how to make my Ugnaught eligible for the Padme event. Interestingly, he was never taking damage, always using his special, and mollywopping every enemy tune for 500k.
Oh.
But without a replay feature, y'all can't prove I did that.
That was probably my favorite.
Who do you think
That
it was?
was Hellenix.
Hellenix.
Good job, Hellenix. That was my favorite.
And then the
Prove
other,
it.
the other one, that Jolie Fishdoe character was annoying, but once you get past him and Padme, it becomes pretty easy to take out the Eternal Twins. But all you need is this cool APK I found online to make this event a breeze. That was Revenator.
As soon as I heard the Eternal Twins, I knew who that was. Oh my God.
We're all getting banned tomorrow.
Oh Lord, it'll be worth it because that
All
was
of
the
us.
funniest shit ever. God.
Grande's trying
everyone in
to
our chat
minimize his
knows
damage.
well enough not to
quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Our chat is a bunch of trolls, but they all know they know not to cheat.
Yes.
That's why I love all of the skewers. You guys are awesome.
I really thought we were gonna get some legitimate stuff there.
I know. I was like, wow, people can talk about.
And they tricked us because they were saying, "Well, I started off and I was doing this." I felt.
Nope. Guys are so awful. I love it.
It's great. Oh, you skewers are the best, man.
Uh,
Woo! There was some damage there, man.
All right.
Oh
So
my
let's
God.
go ahead and get to the questions.
Let's get to some questions because young McVenom needs some rest. She looks a little sleepy.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
fall asleep on stream, just
I understand. That's why we'll blast you.
Donate to keep McVenom awake.
Yes, donate to keep.
Because we'll make sure she reads out all of your super chats. There you go.
Oh, that'll keep her awake.
from now on. That's the only way to keep her awake. She's falling asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that pun on.
First question, Stonewall Exile is question for Ranger. Why didn't you use Poggle to get a 7-star Padme?
Didn't need it. I mean, my POG was 11 stars, but with the team that I went in there, I was like, okay, I'll use this team because I wanted to test out how powerful Grievous was. I pretty had a good idea. I didn't know it was that powerful because he did his second AoE. It was like the only person standing was Kenobi with like 1% health. I was like, oh god. So, yeah. I wasn't expecting the result that I was. If it had gone a different way, I probably would have tried the Geos and some stuff. But I was so shocked and so happy. I was like, happy.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to be able to see my suffering in a little while.
Yeah, we'll see that here.
Let's see. Next question from Kashmir. Question. Legendary events usually start on a Thursday. Does this mean Malik is coming this weekend?
No.
I don't know. Malik
Not with Padme running.
Legendary, right? He's a 3-day special event thing.
Ancient Legendary Special. God, they got so many titles on that damn thing. I don't know what it's called.
There's a intended consequence to all of this, by the way, if you guys haven't figured it out, right? So Malik hasn't come for a long time. He's a meta-changing character, and we're all waiting. They've also told us that they've started to work in the dev Q&A, that they have started to work on another character in that same kind of mold, right?
Ugh.
We know that it takes CG probably like 4 to 6 months from when they actually start something to the time that it actually takes them to release it, right? It's usually a pretty long process. It may even take more than that, but let's just assume about 4 to 6 months, right? Where does that put us?
Christmas.
That puts us at the movie release. Yeah.
Christmas.
Puts us at the return. The Last Skywalker release. So it's possible that the Malik type event is related to a character from the Last Skywalker movie.
Ooh.
In addition to that, think about how game-changing Malik has been, right? How many of you are more willing now to pay for whatever that new character is because you think that it is not going to come again for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and it's going to be a meta-changing character, right? We got used to the cadence of about 3 to 4 months, and a lot of us were like, 3 to 4 months isn't that bad. It's now more. Sorry, Rise of the Skywalker. Thank you. Thank you, Coleson. I was saying the Last Skywalker. Rise of the Skywalker. My apologies.
Rise of Skywalker, not the Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Oh, it's not the Skywalker?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Why
Rise
would
of
it be
Skywalker.
Rise of the Skywalker?
Well, because
The other Skywalker. Yeah, throw that out
Because
there.
Leia's dead and Luke is supposedly dead.
We don't know.
Yeah,
Alright.
kind of. I don't know what.
All right, let's get on to the next
He
question.
might inhabit somebody else's body.
All right, let's get on to the next.
Nobody calls himself the Skywalker though.
They should. If you're the only one left,
Go ahead.
last
Move
of the
on.
Mohicans.
Yeah, all right, next
Last
one. Let's get to these questions. Tits about
But
to
in
die.
any case, more people are going to be willing to spend on the next event because they think it's going to be not as frequent, and if it's game changing, you're going to be able to spend, right? So that's what this is all having an effect on. How much you're going to spend on the next time a legendary event of this type comes into the game.
We'll see. We'll see.
And I'm sure they'll see more spending because of it. So,
Yes.
let's see. Rose Taco has a
Soon
question.
TM. Don't even ask it. Soon TM.
Rose is awesome. All right. Dexatronic. If you guys don't know what the question is, you guys haven't been
No,
around.
just
I'm just saying.
skip it. Finn, just skip it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just letting them know. If you don't know what the question is, you guys haven't been around the stream long enough. Question from Dexatronic: what is the Zeta priority for a Padme team?
Yes.
You're not helping. The unique on Padme for sure.
Well, leader Padme actually.
Really, I would do the unique for that
No,
bonus
leader.
protection first.
I did the leader. But it's subjective. You can go either or. But I think that the way I went was 2 on Padme, Anakin, Kenobi, Ahsoka. You could go unique Padme, then Anakin, then back to Padme. I'm this of the mindset. If I do a character, I go all in for what I need and then move on. So that's just my mentality. But Ahsoka's the last one. Anakin's definitely right after Padme, and then Kenobi. So it's 5 Zetas in total. So you're gonna need.
Yeah. I would say both of the Padme ones first. I
Yes.
like the unique before, but I don't think it
You could
matters.
do that. I'm not gonna argue. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Next question, Revenator question. Is CG's definition of a permaban still a month to 3 months, or did they
Oh,
actually
Lord.
change their definition to permanent?
I don't know.
They go with a mentality of punish first and then look back to adjust. So it's not that the permaban is actually a month or 3 months. It's they'd rather ban you now and then figure out whether or not it was correct afterwards. So you don't
Word.
have that information kind of coming out over and over again. Especially if this is all being you a cheater, right? They don't want your account in the game. So it's kind of like an indefinite permanent. It's more of like an indefinite ban, more so than a permaban. But they call it a permaban. So I wouldn't necessarily read too much into that. I would be surprised if his account does remain permanently banned, personally.
I do too.
So we'll see what happens.
All right.
What else? 73 question. Does Finn have one of those word calendars and today's word is Ari, or does he really like saying the word Ari?
What?
Do I say the word Ari? A-W-R-Y? Awry. I'm reading it wrong. It's awry.
Ari.
Well, did you just say Ari?
I say Ari, yeah. I saw A-W-R-Y and I'm like, what the hell's Ari? I don't even know. Oh, it's awry. Goddamn.
Oh, Dr. Finn Grande Patron.
I'm turning into Grande.
Grande, your effect is going stronger.
I had a Grande moment there.
Grande's like, mm-hmm.
I can't.
I'm silent, but my powers grow daily.
I don't know. But
Okay, let's move on.
yeah.
It's over, Finn. Let's move on. Next question.
Contingent 33. Question. With the clone emphasis coming, would it be more beneficial to take them to Gear 12 plus 5 for the future, or Padme team to use now?
What do you think, Grande? He's thinking.
Padme for the future, maybe? What do you think?
I like Padme now.
Yeah.
Because
You're gonna need Padme in the event.
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
I mean, you know you're going to need Padme. She's already good. And,
Wait, we're gonna need it for what event?
well, for
Light side
Lightside
GOTB.
GOTB, right? I mean, she's going to be the equivalent of, like, the Geo team, or it's going to be the equivalent of
Like the Dooku Asajj stuff.
Yeah.
the Asajj thing. I mean, there's going to be... You're going to need her.
I'd say
And she,
Padme.
and she is, and you know, it was Galactic Republic versus Separatists.
Yeah.
It just was, and she is almost definitely the best Galactic Republic leader that we have currently. So I think that you're future-proofing yourself. She also makes a great team for, for Grand Arena. And potentially even a great team for TW and even for regular arena, depending on where you're at and what you're fighting. So,
All right.
I think you got to say you're going in on the Padme team.
I agree.
All right. Next question from Spider. Question. Hey, he's one of our patrons, so
Yes.
thank you, Spider. And so was Contingent
A
33.
lot of these guys are, yeah.
Revenator, Dexatronic. Oh god, all of you guys are patrons. I love you guys. It makes me happy to see all the names. Okay, did I miss a question? I did miss a question.
You son of a bitch.
I don't know where these weren't here when I was looking.
Luminara is a great lead. I don't know if she's really that great.
Luminara sucks.
I love using Jedi Consular, by the way, right now.
Jedi
Question
Counselor
from
sucks.
Question.
I almost took Lumi to G12 though the other day,
God.
and then I stopped. I was like,
Doesn't Loki have her G13 or something? Somebody
G12
does.
probably. Yeah, G12 probably.
All right, Jay Huffman question: would an accuracy arrow work well on Anakin? It would, because you wouldn't be able to evade any of his
Yeah,
his
you're really
AoEs or his attacks or anything. I would still go offense. Though.
I went offense. I mean, yeah.
It would work.
Yeah, sure.
He kind of has the same type of mentality as a B2, right? You can focus a lot on potency and damage with B2 if you really want to. You can focus on accuracy with his arrow too, so he doesn't miss any of his dispels and his attacks and whatnot. So either way works. But Anakin is definitely a little bit more of a damage dealer than B2. So for B2, accuracy makes more sense. For Anakin, accuracy or offense makes more
damage.
sense. So
All right. Let's get a question for the lovely McVenom.
okay. She won't be able to answer that one, so let me go to the next one then.
You don't know her.
Well, she doesn't. Okay, she won't know the answer to it. Why would I give it to her?
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
I'll read the question afterwards.
Wow, I feel stupid now.
No, because it's about the movie that I'm referencing, the movie trailer.
Oh, okay.
I haven't shown you guys that yet because I'm showing it
Okay.
to you like tomorrow because I have to still put it together.
Preface
All right.
your statements then, Finn.
I said you wouldn't know the answer to it. Yeah, I know. Whoa, you don't know her.
You don't know her?
I'm already gonna die.
You need to put
Come
that
on.
back out.
Okay. Darkside Ranger J 1999 question: which clone should I gear up with a Mrs. T lead?
What?
Which clones should I gear up with a Mrs. T Shock T?
Shock T. He means Shock T. I'm like
I
thinking
don't even have her unlocked. I don't know.
So
You're right. I don't know that one.
So it's everybody but Rex right now, right? Because Rex seems to be still a good enough leader to put somewhere else. I'm sorry to answer for you, McVenom, but
No, that's perfect.
Actually, so
Exactly what I was gonna say.
that's interesting. Because the one I was thinking about was Cody. Because I can't see a place for Cody in that team without him being lead. I would rather have Rex than Cody.
I'm not saying that's a bad choice. I'm just saying if you were going to try to spread the wealth a little bit, right, and try to make a bunch of good teams. I agree with you. Cody doesn't add much to the team, right?
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. But I'm just saying if you were trying to maximize your characters in every place. But you do make a good point about Rex, but then that means Cody is effectively in the dustbin.
Yeah,
You're not going to use him for anything else.
pretty
He's
much. Yeah.
Going to be left alone. If you had a bunch of G12 clones or G11 clones, I'd say use Cody and then pull Rex and put Rex somewhere else where he can be.
Yeah, like the Wampa team or something like that.
That's the only reason why I say that.
Gotcha.
Science.
All right. So going back to the other question, Revenator question: is the movie Porg related, like Porg, Porg of the Rings or Porgopolis? Porg. How do I say that? Porg. It's apocalypse, but with Porg at the front. I don't know how I would say that.
Porgopolis.
I know, but it sounds like Porgopolis, like Metropolis substitution.
Oh, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, kind of sounds weird, but no, it is not actually Porg related. Surprisingly, it is not.
Finn
Porg
knows
related.
better.
Well, I would, but it just the
Because
idea-
between that and tits, he's going to have two people after his ass.
Okay, this one I think you can answer, McVenom. So the question's from Kashmir. It says, question: is the artist formerly known as CG Carey drinking a glass of wine and smiling, saying to herself that she got out just in time?
She is drinking her tea, going, doing just like that.
Oh, damn. Yay, so you say. You don't know her, Miss McVenom.
Yeah, she's probably still all in all of the Reddit and all of the forums and stuff like that. I could just see her with like a bowl of popcorn and her wine.
Their little dog, just like, yes, yes.
I don't know if she still listens to us and all of that. Because
Well, I hope
still
she
plays.
does. We love you,
So,
Carrie.
I hope she does. But if you guys didn't see it, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now with all that shooting and
Let's
stuff.
not
and
talk about that. That's just
saying that it
horrifying.
comes. There's obviously the same trend as always after all of these unfortunate mass shootings, where it's like, oh, it's the video games and that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So,
the hell it is.
Carrie was responding with a tweet of "gamers are good," and she actually tagged us and
Damn
said
right.
Reality Skewed Gamers raised over $20,000 for the American Cancer Society and for suicide prevention. #gamers are good. And I want to give a shout out to Carrie for tweeting that to begin with. Second, to all of you guys in the community, because it's not our
Not
money
us.
that we're, right? We raised it with you guys. You guys donated. We're glad to be the conduit for the community in order to make that kind of difference. So we really appreciate you guys supporting us. So second, big thanks to all of you guys for supporting us
Yeah.
with all of that. And then to everyone that retweeted that, thank you also.
Yes.
It was pretty awesome to see that. And I did tweet back at her on that post that we are planning an announcement on our 2020 fundraiser probably in the next month or so. We have a few conversations and meetings and stuff scheduled in order to figure out a lot of the details, but we do have upcoming news on that here probably within the next month or so. So you guys can be on the
Science.
Science. All right. So yeah, so if Carrie is listening, thank you for the
We love you, Carrie.
All right. The next question is from Jason Krolick, and he said, question around the corn. So for all of you, he said around the horn, but I think he has a typo.
Yeah, it should have been corn.
Around the
Around
corn.
the corn.
around the corner. What is your guess as to what the next meta will be? I think it's going to be whatever comes out in the Rise of
Jar Jar meta.
Skywalker movie.
No. What do you think, Grande?
We get one or two more characters. If we got another character in the Galactic Republic faction,
Sure.
I think that we could end up with a Padme lead.
I can see that. If they get a
I think it's going
badass
to be a new
fifth.
character from the new movie.
Yeah,
so
actually,
you're with me, Rise of Skywalker, so we're waiting until December almost for it.
a new version of Palpatine. Yeah, I said it. What's up? New Palpatine. Represent. Mark my words, because they will be wrong. Oh my God! Maz Kanata just donated another $21. Pickles out, everybody. We gotta get the pickles going. Pickles.
Thank you, Maz.
$21 from the lovely Maz.
What happened to my pickle?
Ronnie, you gotta make track where your pickle is.
Telling you.
There's just
Wow, that cup exploded. It did.
there's just something funny about Grande saying, "Where's my pickle?"
Well, where'd you last leave your pickle, Grande?
I don't know.
Maz destroyed the cup. Thank you, Maz.
Thank
That
you,
was an
Maz.
explosion of awesomeness.
What did we tell you? See, there's your pickle, Grande. You have to know where your pickle is at all times, Grande.
there's nothing. Thank you,
Words,
Maz.
yes, we love you, Maz.
Wow, she definitely caused an explosion.
She did. Maz knows how to create an explosion with the pickles.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
that's science.
That is
Okay.
science, yes. That is chemical science right there.
God. Next question is from let's see, from Darkside Ranger J 1999. Question: does anyone else think 30% is too convenient a number?
Yes.
Those who cheat will be banned, so the searches could be more about people looking for confirms of hacking, CG, and their smoke. Yeah, that's what I was
We
mentioning.
talked about this already, yeah.
Relative numbers, never take them for anything more than them just putting out stats. Relative numbers can always be manipulated, and it doesn't give you the full context of it. Absolute numbers are a lot better. So,
Someone
yeah.
donated bits. Thank you, whoever that was on Twitch. I just did some Twitch stuff. Donations.
You should be able to see it if you move. You can move the.
Oh, it's
graphic over
okay.
our-
It's a Hattori. Okay, I know who that is. Thank
yeah,
you.
you can keep that on top of our browser because we're not using that. Yeah,
That's all fine.
it was Revenator. Thank you, Revenator.
Thank you, Revenator.
He donated 25 bits to help fill the cup again.
Oh,
Aw,
the cup,
thank you, Rev.
the cup empties. The cup filleth back over.
It does.
Oh, it's full now.
Rather awesome.
Oh, we just got $5.55 from Dr. Gonzo. He thinks, thanks for the gamer love. Word? Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Gonzo
you.
H. Very much
We should be seeing
appreciated.
Baby Rangers now.
Oh, yeah. You know those poop-filled baby rangers have a lot of fecal matter in them. They have
Yeah, I
not had their
know.
diaper
I'm
changed in a while.
Oh,
We just got a new member. Welcome, I'm the dad. Well, thank you for becoming a new
Thank
member.
you, I'm the dad.
I'm the dad.
Oh, God, here comes Contingent 33, $21. He's another
Oh
pickle.
my God, we're going
Oh,
crazy.
God, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lordy, here we go. Oh, Lord, get your pickles out. Grande, grab your pickle. Grab your pickle, Grande. Show your pickle. Alright. Oh, my God, another giant explosion.
Wow. Yeah, that's some massive pickle explosion.
That was a big pickle explosion.
Grim
Wow.
said, may the pickle be with you.
And also with you.
Thank you, contingent. Welcome, I'm the dad.
Thank you, guys. Wow. All right. That cup has seen a lot of damage here.
It's seen some good
That
damage
was
tonight.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That was 2 impressive explosions in a matter of just of minutes.
Oh, when you use the pickle enough, that's what happens.
Daniel McCracken, never good when they chuckle after your pickle explosion.
Words are hard at the moment.
So gross. You guys are so gross.
We're not gross. We're just talking about a pickle. It's green, it's long, and it's bumpy. Tits.
Gross.
It's gross that she slowly turns red.
Are you saying you don't like pickles?
She's
I love
covering up now. She's turning a little red from it.
I know she's all an act because when you know the lovely McVenom, that girl got a mouth on her.
I have no idea what you're talking
You know exactly what I'm talking about, young lady. Don't you try to play
That's
games
right.
with me.
I don't like this kind of humor.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all potty mouth motherfucker.
I am a lady for F state.
She is a lady that will cross-body slam you into the ground.
A polite Southern woman don't be talking about pickles out in public.
Finn's dying first.
All right.
Finn is dying
No,
first.
no, no, no.
Oh, Jesus.
Keep pushing it.
I'm
Oh,
not the least offender now.
you aren't. You are not the least. They're Grande over there going, well, at least it's not going to be me. Poor Grande's over there looking all tired and shit.
I'm not tired.
All right, let's involve Grande back in the conversation. Let's get him some. Let's get him involved. He's playing with his pickle now. Let's get him some questions to get his mind occupied.
Oh, I gotta Google Translate.
Wait a minute, Titch, you do have a pickle too.
I don't have a pickle.
You got a pickle, didn't you?
No, Rose didn't bring me a pickle.
Oh, okay.
He was punishing me for not bringing his cross stitch.
That's right. So maybe if you send him your cross stitch, you get a pickle.
Oh God.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, so I think this question McVenom can help us answer. From Nathaniel Morgan, question: what bottle of wine is Carrie drinking while watching the cheating fiasco?
Night Rosé,
Bold.
a Merlot.
I would say. Yeah, I would say a Merlot would be good,
Yeah.
or a Shiraz.
Oh, very
Sounds
nice.
like a Shiraz thing. for me.
Ronnie, you're her pull boy. What do you know? What can you report to us?
I'm gonna think she likes she probably likes a white wine. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna say she likes honey mead, just because it's kind
Honey mead.
it's kind of older and it's a little bit sweet, and it's got some medieval tendencies. It's got like a medieval
I
vibe.
like that choice
And it's not like a Italian wine like a lot of people would think. So it's different. That's what I think.
Grim-
If that's true, then she has a wine taste similar to me, because mine would definitely be a Riesling.
A Riesling. That's another great choice, right? Oh, kind of a sweet dessert
Riesling
after
is a
dinner
sweet
wine.
That's why I love it.
I like what Grim said in the chat. He says, the pickle is what gives a Jedi his power. It surrounds us. It penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
It's so awful. All right.
I am one with the pickle, and the pickle is one with me.
Okay, next question from Bones Jones 159. Question: is CG going to reset everyone's GAC now?
I don't think they'll reset your title. I think they'll reset your points. When we get to the real one, we'll start again, so you can buy stuff out of the store that you earned from this last title. But title you'll keep.
The title you can't take back. It's already on your
but the
account.
points will reset. We got to start all over from scratch again.
All right. Next question is from Bone Jones. It says, question: if they didn't fix the tournaments because of cheating, what makes us think they will fix cheating in GAC?
Hope.
I mean, it's not wrong. The only thing I can say is that this would be the second game edition that they would have to pull due to cheating.
Yeah.
So I think it's easier. Okay, so it's the main reason how we've been able to stop cheating is with self-policing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Self-policing in almost every society works better than basically, saying, that the police department is supposed to work for us. And right now the devs are acting like the police department. I mean, think about it. In Arena, if somebody throws up there with a garbage team, you see it, you report it. In your guild, if you have a guild member that comes in and they solo the heroic Sith raid, you boot them and you report them. If somebody came in and they beat the Rogue One mission with Gear 1, Level 1 Rogue One characters, you'd report them, right? If someone was in your guild and they did a legendary C-3PO and they've got 3 Ewoks at Gear 1 Level 1, you would report them. The problem is that in this particular game mode, we can't see what's going on, so we can't report. It's the same thing with TW, but we kind of let it go in TW. We're not as willing to let it go in GAC. We have to be able to see so that we can report. You can do some real easy math. There's 40,000 people in every division. We're going to say that there's an average of 6 combat missions per division. I know some have 8, some have 6, some have 4 and less, but let's just say 6. That means there's 6 on defense, 6 on offense. That's a total of 12. There's 5,200,000 combat missions going on. It's almost impossible for big data to be able to go through that data set and find the cheaters, especially when it's some real nuancy crap, right? And so effectively, we have to get back to self-reporting. Self-reporting worked in every other game mode where we can find the cheaters and catch them. Why would we rely on something else? We need to go back to the self-reporting method. The only way to self-report is whenever you can actually see what someone did.
I agree.
But I think that still goes back to the same question, though, right, Grande? We talked about this earlier before you joined, that they have to add some kind of replay or some kind of ability for you to see what.
Yeah, replay or a battle log.
Exactly.
I mean, those are
the question goes back again to Bones Jones. If they didn't fix this when tournaments came around, what makes
so here's the difference. Yeah. So here's the difference with tournaments. Are you ready? With tournaments, they actually whatever you used on offense became your new defense the very first time. Then they split this offense defense thing, and that's when it super broke. You could see the cheater the very first time tournaments came around. Remember, tournaments came, they tweaked it like 3 or 4 times along the way. First, it was all about you could refresh your characters with crystals. Then it became ally tokens. Then it became you set 1 permanent defense, and then you used everything for offense. So there was this whole thing that happened. But I'm telling you that that they actually compounded their problem with tournaments. The other issue with tournaments was that you only got the highest rewards for the whole person in the shard, and they were loading shards with 15,000 players, which meant 1 in 15,000 got a 7-star. I think 1 got a 6-star, and like 18 got a 5-star. It was a very poor method of distributing shards. So tournaments had tons of problems.
Yeah,
and
offense defense split is really what
the offense defense
really
split
awesome.
is what now right. But the offense defense split is also what gave us TW, right? And we do need a report in TW. We also need a report in GAC. We need that report for GAC as well. We need a battle log similar to what you have in Marvel Strike Force, or we need replay similar to what we have in Tactical Monsters. Now, I can already tell you what the argument's going to be, well, now you're giving away my secret teams, right? You're giving away my secret offense teams to the opponent. Couple of things. First of all, don't think you're that smart, because you're really not. Second of all, the way you found that team was testing an arena. And by testing an arena, you actually showed 15,000 people the team you wanted to use. So it's already not a secret.
Yeah.
Thirdly, they don't produce enough characters for you to be able to come up with some new team that no one has seen yet. And then fourthly, just because someone sees it doesn't mean they can recreate it.
And
or play it the same.
Which is worse, to have people know a strategy that pretty much everybody knows anyway, or
at some point it's a give and take. How much am I willing to share with the other player to make sure that we end up with a fair match? And if it's not a fair match, that I'm fairly confident that I can report that to the devs and that person can be removed. Either way, it seems like that's a fair trade to me. Anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think more people would have the game mode working correctly more so than anything else. And
Yeah,
so,
I honestly think that cheating is a really small number of people. Like it's
it
it's
was.
well, I think it's going to be shockingly small how the number of people that actually cheat. But here's the thing: we need a way to check. That's it. We need to
it
have.
might be a small number, but they can have a big impact on
Right,
the
and we need to have a set of tools so that we can go, okay, you know what, so and so beat me fair and square. I need to work on my stuff.
Yeah.
Or you know what, so and so's a cheater. CG, remove this guy.
Get him out of here.
All right. So we're done with that.
You gotta read
goes
the-
in-
Why was Ranger laughing? So
Because you got to read
Well,
what's being in
chat.
chat. Chat is being stupid.
Oh, okay.
God.
You were my pickle, Anakin. I loved you.
From my allies, the powerful ally.
I'm a pickle, like my father before me. There's just tons of them. That pickle's operational.
It's no pickle, but it checks out.
You
All
must unpickle. with
I was
that
going to go to Tashi Station to buy some pickles.
I find your lack of pickle disturbing.
That's it, Chewy. Always thinking with your pickle.
Guys are-
God. Oh God, Captain Mercy. I hate pickles. They're coarse and they get everywhere.
Grande was trying to have a serious
I'm
talk.
sorry.
I was trying to get. There's a lot of emotion tied up in the last couple of days, and at some point, we have to get down to actionable items for the players and actionable items for the developer, and that's really where I think we're at. Is, I've said it. I've put it in a bunch of chats. Hashtag SWG, hashtag replay for SWGOH. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes needs a quality of life update, and it needed it 6 months ago. It needed it 18 months ago, and they never got it. And what has happened because of that is, that's what created the opportunity for Micro, that we would have caught the bug that Darth Micro found earlier. If we had that, we would have caught cheaters in TW earlier, and we would have caught cheaters in GAC earlier. The challenge here, though, is the devs really need to get their head out of their ass, because now they're banning players trying to show them that something is broken, and instead of actually fixing the problem.
Yeah.
And they should have fixed the problem a long time ago, which means they have a very small window of time to fix this problem. If it was me and I was running the program, cheating is huge, and the perception of cheating is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So what needs? It's so huge they're willing to permaban whatever that means.
But it actually makes it look worse, right? Because it almost looks like they're trying to hide the fact that this is
It does.
able to happen.
Right.
Very bad PR.
Here's the deal: fixing cheating is more important than these new mollywop sticks that every character is getting. Whatever the frick, what do they call mystery dildos or something? Mystery. What do they call it?
Say the pickle.
The special items, yeah.
Special items.
The pickle.
Okay, right.
The special pickle.
Right. Okay. So it's more important than characters getting their new mystery dildos, and it's more important than light side GeoTV. Cheating is more important. If it was me and I was running the company, it would be full stop on everything everyone is doing, and I'd get the 14 real developers. People who actually put their fingers on a keyboard and type into the programming of the game, and this is the only thing they would work on until it was fixed. Because you've already got people asking for refunds, and you've got people who have said they will stop spending until this happened, which means this is the only item that affects your bottom line, because people don't want to play in a system, and they definitely don't want to put money into a system where the perception of cheating is around. So they have to increase their level of integrity in the game pronto.
So it's interesting that you bring that up, right? Because I think a lot of us that are more involved with the game, right, have known this has been going on for a while. We've talked about it on the stream for years now, right? That the cheating happens, they need to stop it, it needs to be a priority. But I think and so we discussed this Sunday, so I don't know how much you agree. We kind of came to the same conclusion as you did, which is they need to implement something.
Bless you.
So we did come to the conclusion that they need to implement something.
We get a donation.
Like a battle log or a replay. They need to do one or the other, and I'm actually fine with either one of them, but they need something. The other thing that we came up to was that...
Hold on a second. Italian Stallion. Grande, I agree 100%. $2. Thank you.
Thank you, Italian Stallion.
Thank you, Italian Stallion.
They're just coming up. I can't look at chat because of all the damn pickle shit.
Yeah.
I can't look at it. I can't look
your
anymore.
pickle
I've turned away because I'm
Unless
dying.
they come as a super chat.
I can't. Oh God, this is brutal. I can't look at them.
Kennedy, continue on with your thoughts, because I think it's super important.
Yeah, go ahead, Finn.
Yeah, we basically discussed that they, not so much McMole, but more so Bulldog, probably did deserve a punishment because he definitely did break the terms of service. The permaban thing was probably a little bit too excessive. for what he did. We also don't know the context behind it in terms of how much he tried to communicate to CG behind the scenes, if he wasn't getting a response, if he felt he needed to go through publicly. I think Nathaniel Morgan said he did try to contact it, but we don't know the full extent of it, right? So I think we thought that maybe the penalty was a bit harsh for what he was doing and what he was trying to do. But again, this just goes back to the fact that we've been saying this for years now. I think dedicated players have been asking for something like this for a while to stop against cheating. Just now it's a lot more public to the regular person. Like McVenom was saying she didn't even know really when this was happening, right? Until she saw the whole outrage.
I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know anything about that or like what it was. I didn't know there was programs or anything like that until the videos, to be honest. I just don't run into
I have no clue on how it works. I'm not even going to go figure it out. I just want those people to not be playing with me and my friends. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. Here's the other thing too. I mean, and we can, I guess their thought was, let's be the strictest we can be at first, and then we can lighten it later. That's probably their thought process, right? We can permaban now, and then later we can reduce whatever we think because of whatever, blah, 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 blah. But, and they'll give some reasoning for that, I'm sure. The other thing too is their stuff is not ready. And, this game will go down if they don't fix cheating. And now there's tons of people that know about it. And so now they don't have any time to do anything else. They don't have time they need to have people working overtime to make this happen. And I understand it's going to take a client update, and I understand it's going to take a bunch of server updates. Freaking make it happen. The time is now. We have a new community not a new community manager, a new producer for the game, whoever that is. I'm guessing it's Top Hat. Now is the time for you to use all of your capital to make sure that there is no cheating in the game, or that cheating is lessened to the point where we can at least see it, so we can tell you about it.
Yeah, so we can notify you when we
self-policing. I mean,
the other part too is,
I agree,
and this we've discussed this before, that CG might want to do something, but they have higher up that they need to deal with, right? Whether it's EA or something else. This they actually point to as a financial reason, because this is a lot of their resources that develop GAC. They already have this as being wasted on tournaments, right? They already have it showing that if they don't fix this, all of the effort they put into other game modes with any competitive style is going to be wasted. And there is a huge financial impact on that. So they can justify this from a money perspective if that's what EA only listens to, right? If EA only listens to, tell me about the bottom line and how this is going to...
I'm sure they're scheduling and pulling people up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going to go into making a quick strike team that's going to work on this. I get it, right? And it could be a ton of different things. Here's the thing. Where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, you were talking about making the game better. This is your job. This is what you work on. Now is the time. I mean, if you need to get something done, I'm sure there is a way to call up. If you're not the decision maker at CG, there is a way to call up who the decision maker is and say, if we don't do this, we're going to have serious problems. And this is now the highest level of thing we have to do, is have a level of transparency, so that players can understand that cheaters don't exist to the prevalency that they assume they do, and that when they do see a cheater, they are allowed to they are able to report it, and then we are able to act on it. 5 million. I mean, this is super easy, guys. I mean, it's super easy. And anybody with a calculator can figure out how many battles there are, right? I mean, it's super easy whenever you think about it. If you say, okay, well, there are 11 divisions, and then each of those divisions, we know there's 40,000 players, because we've seen people at the 40,000 mark. And then you say, okay, how many battles are there per player? Well, there's 6 battles, 4 battles. Let's say there's 4 battles per player. 4 battles per player gives us 1,700,000. 1,760,000 battles per GA. That's just if every person sets 6. There's no way big data can do that. And if it's larger than that, if there's 40,000 and the average is higher, and we do it and it's higher and it's really 6, right? 6 per player, then it's even higher. Then we're looking at like 2.5 million battles per person. I mean, per GAC. And it could only go up if we have more people at 8, more people at whatever. This is like a lowball estimate on what the numbering is. It's way too much. It's way too much to ask the computer algorithm to do. Nobody is going to know your teams better than you. Nobody is going to know your opponent's teams better than you. So the best person to say, was this a fair fight or was this not, is you and the person you fought against. No computer. Look, people say, well, we need a better computer algorithm. Let me tell you, unless someone's whole job is to completely update that computer algorithm, the algorithm is going to get out of usefulness when we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new characters. You're going to always have to redo the algorithm. If you say, well, let's put it on the devs to look over this. Well, the devs don't know the teams well enough. Well, let's say we're going to farm this out to some big data company in overseas, in India or Indonesia or Asia or somewhere, or Africa. We're going to do that. We're going to throw it over there and let them do it. They don't care enough. Even if they had 40,000 people or 10,000 people to put on this every day, they still wouldn't be able to figure it out. So the only way to do this is to use the brains that are already playing the game to see what the problem is and say, hey, fair fight. Hey, I think there's a problem with this one. And then flag it, and then we can have someone look at it.
Yeah.
Well said.
I love it how people are saying, oh, it's not that easy to put this in there. It's millions of code to add this in there. Nobody said it was easy.
No,
it's not an easy fix. We understand.
No, that's why Grande is right. You will
necessary
have to put like the whole team on it and focus
Yes.
on it for like 2 weeks.
I mean, we are talking about the level of communication between the servers and the client per battle is going to have to change. Right now, it was sending a simple set of codes, not, a win-loss or a timeout or whatever. It was sending a small string of data, and now we are talking about trying to send a much larger string of data, which creates a whole separate set of issues as far as connectivity between your client, your phone, and how long your connectivity is with your phone, with the internet, to be able to transmit the data. It could be that we're talking about transmitting a piece of data that's 10,000 characters per battle, and then their servers, they're going to have to get more server storage to be able to save that data for a period of time, so that then later they can recall that data, so that after the mission is over, after the combat phase is over, during the review phase, you can go back and look at it. Absolutely. I mean, this goes to one of the fundamental pieces of the game, which is how the client and the server communicate and what data goes back and forth. I totally get that this is really huge, and it is going to take some really smart people to do it.
But Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is one of the top producing mobile games. If you're telling me that you can't take a little bit of time and money to put into doing this where other games already have it, just because it's too hard, then that's kind of silly. I think it's silly to say that.
They do already have some battle logs. You're absolutely right. It's the interface and how to put it in. I mean, it's going to be trickier than it sounds.
Of course, yeah.
And so I don't want
to.
Yeah, it's not easy. I just think it's hugely important, and
It
it's what needs to happen, probably as soon as humanly possible. And we need to have people working, overtime if need be, and we need to especially have the specialist type people that this is their level of expertise. We need to give them all the resources they can. They don't need to be the dude changing the copier ink, for the next month, or making coffee or doing donut runs. Like, let someone else do all that crap. And these guys need to be given every resource possible so that they can be a fighter pilot and move this in, because everybody's paycheck at CG revolves around whether or not this was.
I don't necessarily disagree with anything that you're saying in terms of the importance of this, but I'm wondering, McVenom, just from your perspective, right, that they should put everyone on this to fix it, and then we'll move on, because I know we're beating this.
No, not everyone. I don't.
But at least whoever they need to, right, in order to get this done in a timely manner. But
a large team, right? 14, 15 people.
Well, so here's the
best
question, though. What gives you confidence that they can do that when you've seen the way that they release content in this game all the time?
Absolutely. Everybody makes mistakes, right? I'm not going to, again, I could sit there and beat them up about their past mistakes and their past
What
failures.
McVenom? Oh, you're reading the chat again.
I could beat them about their past mistakes and their past failures, or I could say the past is the past. How do you fix it from here moving forward? Right? I'm not going to dwell on the past. I'm trying to give them advice on how to move forward.
What do you think, McVenom?
Yeah, I was like, you asked McVenom, and Grande just says, "Well, let me tell you."
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No offense meant. I apologize.
No, it's okay. No, I agree with Grande. I think I didn't say like pull everybody off of it to get it handled, but I think because of what has happened, they probably need to take it super serious. Not saying they're going to quit. They're not going to prevent cheating altogether. They're not going to stop all these hacks and stuff like that. But there has to be a way that we can report them. If, like Grande said, self-policing. If we can start, recognizing them, and the way to do that is at least a battle log or something like that. And I know that it's going to be a lot of work. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but I feel like this needs to be a priority. Like, you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You make a whole lot of money. Put some effort into this part, because I would really, really, really love to see how many people put in for refunds today, because I know it was a lot. I'm watching Reddit. I know it was a lot.
Yeah.
I would think this would affect the bottom line, which if you're here to make money, this would probably be a big thing. And that would it would do a lot of help to reassure the player base that, even though we can't stop the hacking, here's a tool for you guys to help us stop this for your investment, because it is an investment. All these accounts are investments that everybody's making. So.
All right.
All right. So we have a few more questions here.
Yeah, make it quick.
Fat Tony 99 question: when can we expect to see ships in Grand Arena Championships, and how will it affect matchmaking?
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to affect matchmaking that much.
No.
They'll probably look at your top 80 characters and your two top capital ships and your top 14 ships or something like that in order to figure out the matchmaking, something similar to that.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
And I don't know how soon it's going to be. I don't think they necessarily need ships. Ships isn't developed well enough, I think, for GAC.
Not
It would
yet.
just be kind of useless in my opinion. So not for now. They need to add more.
Okay.
Let's see. Minato Namikaze. Question for Miss McVenom.
Mhm.
The new Pokemon Master comes out at the end of the month. Don't forget you promised to play with me.
Yeah, I did. I promised him I would. I definitely want to try it out. I love Pokemon.
Pokemon.
For Ranger, if
no.
I promise not to call you Sidekick Ranger, will you omit adding AKA old username after you address me with my new username?
What do you mean, fourth Akagi? The minute you call me Sidekick Ranger, that goes out the door. But yes.
There you go. Okay. And then question for McVenom: if I want to split my GR, my Galactic Republic, to make a Mace and Kenobi fleet, which ships would I go with which capital ships?
Man, that's so weird.
Grande, do you want to answer for me?
No, I'm sorry. I'll set up.
I would say Anakin first. For if we're talking about Kenobi's capital, right? Is he talking about Kenobi's capital?
Yes.
He said both. So he's
Negotiator.
trying to figure out how to split his Galactic Republic between Mace and Kenobi.
Yeah. So I would say Anakin. Something like Flo or Hyde or who else was Galactic Republic? Jedi Consort, Ahsoka's ship or Rex's ship.
That's a
I don't
tough
know. I
one.
guess
There's only
for that,
7
for Negotiator,
ships.
I don't know. But for Mace, did he say Mace?
Yeah, we have Mason negotiate. Yeah.
I guess the Geos, right?
No,
But
just
they're not really Galactic Republic.
Yeah. I mean, really,
There's not enough ships to split them all. Like, what does he mean? Like,
yeah, you can't really split them, right?
No.
There's not enough Galactic Republic regular ships to really split it, so you can get a 9-9 or like a 7-7.
I would just go Galactic Republic with Negotiator and then Mace with something else.
With just like tanky ships.
Tanky
Yeah.
ships, yeah.
That's all he needs. So.
All right.
And then last one for Grande. Will you be joining the rest of the RSG crew in Orlando next year?
Yeah, that's the plan, man.
That's the plan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so that was up to about 9:30. So that's.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the ending stuff, shall we? Miss McVenom needs to go sleepy. She's sleepy.
Oh, yeah. I have
My
5 a.m.
back hurts.
Clinic
Yep.
tomorrow.
Oh, Lord. Okay, let's get this done. All right, so the first thing we want to do is, tomorrow check it out. We'll be doing lunch stream, and then after that, I'm going to be doing a modding session for Ranger J1999 mods with BCM. So check that out. Good, and then we'll get to our Patreons. These are our gold Patreons. We appreciate these guys. They really go over the what's required to keep the channel going. We just want to do a special shout out. We love all our Patreons, but these guys go above and beyond what they need to in supporting the channel. So big shout out to these folks, and we just want to recognize them for all the contributions they've made to the channel to keep us putting out this great content that you guys seem to enjoy. And that being said, we stream Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. for the lunch stream. Wednesday nights we do this stream, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community, 8 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday night. Saturdays we have the Jedi Academy. If you've not checked out the Jedi Academy, please do. It's a great show. We bring all the best content creators to answer your questions. It's a Q&A show. We also have other stuff we're doing. Like Friday I'll be doing the new Naruto game. We do Battlefront 2. Finn does PC Gaming Night. We've got new videos coming out. We got new content coming out. We do D&D. We do stuff here on YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you follow us on both. Follow us on Twitch and YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. All 144 watching right now. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, please give us a thumbs up as we end the stream to show your support for all the great content out there. But yeah, we just want to say thank you to all you guys. You're the reason we do this. And we appreciate all the support and love that you guys give. So with that, we're going to end the stream.
Can I end on something different, Ranger?
What? Oh, yes.
Let me give a shout out to everyone that donated through Super Chat and Twitch.
Oh, yeah, if you want to
Not
do that.
even live on Twitch, but I know some of you guys are donating bits because you know that it comes into the cup.
Sure.
So to end it here, let me give a shout out to everyone that did donate to us today.
Sure.
DSP, Vimasu, Dr. Feelgood, Kane77, Mas Kanada, Contingent 33, Italian Stallion, Dr. Gonzo H, and then we got some more from Mas Kanada, Contingent 33, Italian Stallion, and Revenator. Thank you all for donating during the stream.
Thank you very much. We love you guys. So we'll be back tomorrow for the lunch stream, so check us out. Make sure you join our Discord. Great group of folks out there. You can check us out. And with that, we'll end the stream. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next time.